right, here we go, guys. We're back live. Bellator Championship Series 2. Pretty stacked Bellator card tonight, starting with UFC veteran Yancy Meideros versus Zhora Ayvazyan. Medeiros is a healthy underdog tonight. We'll talk about that in a minute. And we will go over from Vegas to San Diego. Sunny to sunny. HBO Max if you're looking to watch along. All right, 10 up in the chat early. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. If you're not able to chat, it's because you're not subscribed. What's wrong with you? What's up, Word, PBR Street Gang, iRock, Jason Kagan. What's up, Daniel Barry? Chef Johnson. And no, not prelims. This is main card now. So at the top on your HBO app, just go to sports and you're going to find Bellator San Diego. Prelims started 2 hours ago, but they are just heading into their main card. Oh, and they are finishing up a close fight right now. Apparently, Newman and Aliyev at middleweight here. So let's go ahead and finish this out. All right, guys, middleweights, if you're watching, Aliyev and Newman in a close bout here. Start out Bellator Championship Series 2. Khabib is in a leaf corner. Nice. So I guess we get one prelim round, PR. You were right. Both undefeated fighters. Newman 6-0. Aliyev 9-0. And yes, there is Khabib. I thought Khabib was stopping coaching. Good outside leg kick there from Aliyev. And even though he's speaking in Russian, you know, Khabib's still covering his lips like an NFL coach. He's talking like this. So 3.5 minutes left in the third round of this one. Yancy Meideros, Zhora Ayvazyan on deck. He needs the money now. Well, he definitely does. He didn't pay his taxes. You got to pay your taxes, Khabib. So one guy you can't cut out is the tax man. Good right hand there from Aliyev. Somebody's must go. It's not like in boxing where they schedule it for even amount of rounds and you end up with a draw. Good left hand there for Aliyev. Very few draws in MMA. Oh, good right hook from Aliyev. Triple jab. And Aliyev has a championship beard, I'll tell you that. That is a mighty beard. Oh, good oblique kick there from Newman. Oh, big overhand right there from Newman. Coming down to 2 minutes left in this fight. Oh, and you guys won the last pick here. So we'll change that. Change that to 43-33. Welcome to everybody coming over from UFC. And for those coming in new, 20 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. If you can't chat, it means because you're not subscribed. You just have to be subscribed for 1 minute. Good inside leg kick there from Newman, and the side kick to the knee. 1:20 left in this fight. And Khabib Nurmagomedov screaming to Aliyev. Says, you're about to lose your O, dude. It's a close fight. Oh, great oblique kick there from Aliyev. Oh, and Newman answers. There's a good straight right over the top from Aliyev, though. 1 minute left. If I'm Newman, I'm just throwing a spin. I'm throwing a spinning back fist right here. Oh, good right hand there from Newman. Oh, great right hook there from Aliyev. 30 seconds left in the fight. $22 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. We better change the background to Bellator here because we're just doing UFC, but we will switch. Thank you everyone for coming over quickly. Good body kick there from Newman. And both fighters raised their hand. Looks like a very close fight. Of course, I didn't watch most of it because we were finishing up UFC. Well, both guys think they won the fight. We're about to find out. And then we get the exciting Yancy Meideros. Maybe a bit past his prime, though. He's a bit of an underdog tonight. Against Zhora Ayvazyan. And let's go over to DraftKings and see just how big of an underdog he is. Damn, I like that guy. Burns got smoked. Yes, he did. Yeah, I like Medeiros too, man. And my phone died. Gilbert win? Yeah, Gilbert didn't win. No, he got smoked, man. 5 rounds to 0. You kind of called that, King James. You said, like, man, I hope it's not a hugging match, but it kind of was. Go Yancy. It's great. You lost 50-45. Yes. bring up odds for Bellator. Oh, my. Yancy Meideros is a plus 575 underdog now. Zhora Ayvazyan is a minus 850 favorite. That's pretty huge odds. Lost track of Yancy and he left the UFC. Yeah, he's been hanging out over in Bellator for a minute. All right, poll is up. You see post-fight stats pretty even between these two. We'll get an official decision. Two undefeated fighters here. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, Khabib's prodigy loses his O. Let me get a little more water, guys. Be right back. All right, don't forget this stream brought to you by DraftKings. If you're in an area where online sporting is legal, which it should be everywhere, sign up for DraftKings. We're going to get you some money. We're going to get you some free bets. Now, I like the live bets. You guys hear me talking about, the live odds changing during all the fights. It's not just the live bets. To me, that seems like the easiest way to make money. But that's dependent on the sport as well. Excuse me. So use my link. You deposit $100. You're going to get $100 free. and I get $100. So that's pretty awesome. If you want to help out Fights of Friends and yourself at the same time, get us each $100 and win some money betting on sports. If you'd listened to me today during the fights, the live bets, I'm sure I won somebody some money if they listened. Gross Jimmo. Yes, I did get a blunt voice there for a minute. What's up, Daniel? Sorry it took long to respond. I was driving home now, though. Yes, good to see you, Daniel Barry. I rock. Thanks, everybody, for coming back in. Stream also brought to you by Robinhood. How many of you remember 2008, 2009, 2010 when the stock market was like a plane going into the ground? And if you'd have bought then, all of us, I know that are like my age, you were just watching those stocks, and Ford was $1. I mean, things were so cheap. And honestly, we'd all be so rich right now. There's so many things that have gone up literally thousands of percent since then. Well, if you want to take advantage of the next 2008, I think it might be right around the corner, guys. Whether it is or not for your stock and crypto needs, Robinhood's incredible. I'm on there every day, guys. I day trade my crypto. When I hopefully get up to 25,000 in my account, I'll day trade stocks. But for now, join Robinhood. Get a free stock, guys. You get a free stock. I get a free stock. And I don't really want to go back to work. I have been. I've been back 3-4 days a week now. I'm helping a friend with a tortilla wrap. Anyways, when will Usman fight start? What's up, Shahil? Thanks for joining us. 4 more fights. 4 more fights until the Usman fight. Yancy Meideros versus Zhora Ayvazyan is next. You got Douglas Lima and Aaron Jeffery, Lorenz Larkin, Lorenz Chokheli, Sumiko Inaba, and Mackenzie Stiller. So still a little ways, probably a little over an hour. That should be a good fight, though. No? I mean, Usman is undefeated. Alexandr Shabli's a beast, though. 24-3. Should be a good one, man, for the lightweight title. But yeah, no, check out Robinhood. Buy some stocks. Buy some crypto. Invest in your future. You're not going to get rich doing 9 to 5. Tell you that. All right. 9 of you have voted. 10 votes now. 60% Yancy Meideros. 40% Zhora Ayvazyan. I don't know, guys. You guys might want to think about that for a moment, because let's go to what have you done for me lately. And there is a reason, in my opinion, that Yancy Meideros is almost a 10-1 underdog. Wow, that last stream took a little more out of me than I thought it did. All right, show you guys what I'm looking at for what have you done for me lately. Let's look at Yancy Meideros. We know former UFC veteran, very exciting fighter when he was in the UFC as well. Very exciting fighter in Bellator. 16-8, 12 finishes, 4-3 when it goes to decision. He's also been finished 5 times. Like I said, exciting. Defeated Emmanuel Sanchez in his last fight. Well, his last fight was overturned, no contest against Charlie Leary. I'm not sure who tested positive or what happened. Emmanuel Sanchez, he beat him unanimous decision. Before that, he'd lost 4 in a row. 3 of those in the UFC, though. Donald Cerrone, Gregor Gillespie, and Lando Venata. Well, no, excuse me, all 4 of those in the UFC. Damir Hadžić was his last fight on Gane versus Volkov, 2021. 2 fights in Bellator, 1 win, 1 no contest. All right, Yancy Meideros, 8 years older at 37, 4 inches taller at 5'10". Medeiros will have a 5-inch reach advantage at 75 inches. All right, I'm not going to tell you guys how to vote, but Yancy Meideros is a huge underdog, just for anybody that hasn't voted yet. Wait, wasn't Usman in the UFC? Did he get cut? There's so many Nurmagomedovs and stuff. No, I think this guy's always been in Bellator. But there's so many, there's so many of these Russian guys with similar names and things. Like, I lose track of everybody. All right, guys, we're about to kick this off. Yeah, it's me getting up there in age. I remember fighting UFC back in like 2015. Yeah, he's old as fuck, and he's a huge underdog. All right, out of the blue corner, with a record of 14-1, 8 knockouts, 1 win coming by way of submission from Armenia, Zhora Ayvazyan. Excuse me. And out of the red corner, a former UFC veteran, now undefeated in Bellator, with a record of 16-8, 2 no contests, 8 wins coming by way of knockout and 4 submissions, Yancy Meideros. And the referee for this one will be Jason Herzog. Herb earlier in the UFC, Herzog here in Bellator. And Herb's doing the rounds, though. He was in Colorado for ONE FC last night, then in Vegas today. All right, a touch of gloves, and this fight could be over at any second. Good inside leg kick there from Medeiros to start things out. Ayvazyan, as I mentioned, just 1 loss in his career. Coming into this, just an absolutely ridiculous favorite. Medeiros faking that front kick to the body. And just out of curiosity, we'll run the live odds in the background. Good inside leg kick there from Ayvazyan. Ayvazyan. And Medeiros plus 500 right now, minus 810 for Ayvazyan. When you got somebody that's such a big favorite, it doesn't take much to move the odds, and they're already moved to 110 points in Medeiros' favorite. I'll take down attempt here for Ayvazyan. Medeiros fighting this with everything he's got. Ayvazyan spinning him in circles. Medeiros always had pretty good grappling. Ayvazyan will not let go that waist lock. He's got 17 of his 14 wins by first round stoppage too. And he slams Medeiros to the canvas. Oh, 3, 4. Left hooks and uppercuts from underneath right in a row. And Medeiros pops back up, but Ayvazyan, he's on him like a wet blanket. And there's the slam from Ayvazyan. Medeiros back up one more time. Tonight's main event, of course, Usman Nurmagomedov, Alexandr Shabliy for the Bellator Lightweight Championship. Ayvazyan dragging Medeiros down one more time. Medeiros, he's a tough out. He's just having a hard time getting any offense here against Ayvazyan. And Jason Herzog watching Medeiros closely, but Medeiros actually didn't grab the fence. He just took his flat palm up against the fence for a little bit of balance, and that's completely legal. Ayvazyan gets the takedown now, though. Medeiros is up against the fence. We'll see. He's got to not only get up, though, he's got to break that body lock of Ayvazyan, or he's just going to keep getting slammed. And good shots from Ayvazyan over there in the corner. And this one's pretty much off the board already. Ayvazyan to a minus 1750. Yancy Meideros plus 850. And Medeiros doing everything he can to get to his feet. These Russian wrestlers are just so good, though. That straighten your legs out and making sure you can't get to your feet. It's so frustrating. And he is back. Good knee to the body there for Medeiros. Probably his first offense of the fight. Oh, Medeiros going for a guillotine here, though. No, and Ayvazyan's out. Good body kick from Medeiros. Back to the center of the cage. We'll see if Yancy can get his hands moving. Oh, good left hand there from Oz. Oh, and an overhand right lands for Ayvazyan. Good right hand there for Yancy near the bell. Oh, and a left hook at the bell. Tough first round for Yancy Meideros. But as we mentioned, Zhora Ayvazyan, he's had a lot of first round finishes. He came out, he put out a lot of energy. Can Yancy Meideros wear him out? Remember, the next time we're doing Bellator PFL, it's going to be Francis Ngannou versus Renan Ferreira and Christine Cyborg versus Larissa Pacheco. Champion versus champion, the Bellator Women's Champion versus the PFL Women's Champion. And Lorenz Larkin has entered the building. He will face #1 contender at welterweight tonight, Levan Chokheli. The winner of that fight will fight the winner of I'm drawing a blank now because it's a lightweight championship tonight. I started thinking it was welterweight. But winner of that gets a title shot. Against Jason, it's not Jason Jackson. Who's the welterweight champion in Bellator? Somebody help me out. He had a huge win as a big underdog over a Russian guy. Good left hook there versus Ayvazyan. What's up, Torn Smith? Torn Brown in the house. Oh, good left hook there from Ayvazyan. This is the right place for Yancy to be fighting this fight, though. I think he can strike with Zhora. I don't think he can grapple with him. Good little leg kick from Medeiros. Good right hand there from Zhora. There's a good counter left from Yancy. This would be a world-stopping upset if Yancy Meideros were to win this, though. Good left hand there from Zhora. All right, what's everybody smoking, drinking? I'm taking some more edibles here, so if I can't keep all my words straight, forgive me. No. It's up torn. But the stream will get funner, I guarantee. I'd like to see Yancy shoot some oblique kicks. What is that red spot on Zora's back? It looks like he's got a carpet full of staph on his back. Good left hand to the body there from Medeiros. Got to start washing the mats, guys. Oh, good inside leg kick there from Zhora and the left hand upstairs. So excited for UFC 306. Me too, man. The UFC card, so-so, like a 6.5. Main event was kind of boring with Brady and Burns because Brady he kept taking Burns down and beating him up, but nothing super exciting. Ortega Lopez should be a fun match, man. Yeah, like a 6.5 out of 10. That's how today's card was. Yeah, it wasn't great, man. What else do we have, though? Matt Snell got knocked out and retired. So I guess that was interesting. Natalia Silva against Jesse Andrade. Though, Jesus, that lady's a stud. She is so fast. And Ayvazyan taking Medeiros down, landing uppercuts from underneath. Medeiros back to his feet, but Ayvazyan, Zhora continuing to have the body lock here. 14-1. And once again, Ayvazyan just pulling Medeiros to the canvas, and this has got to be so frustrating for him because it looks like he's physically drowning, like he's just trying to get out of the water and just keeps on being taken down. It's like watching a bigger kid dunk a smaller kid in the pool and like continuing to pull him down. And I hope you say something if you see somebody doing that, because that's pretty freaking dangerous. See people still counting out Ortega. He's going to beat Lopez. Wow, you think so, huh? I have Lopez in that fight, but yeah, it's hard to ever count Ortega out. 30 seconds left in the second round. Sumiko Inaba and Mackenzie Stiller up next. That should be a much more exciting fight, I think. Yancy's an exciting fighter. He just cannot get Zhora Ayvazyan off of him. Oh, good knee to the body from Zhora, and back to the center of the cage, but the round is over. Easy 2018 Zhora. And there is Chris Cyborg in the crowd. She will face Larissa Pacheco at the Battle of the Giants, October 19th. Of course, that's referee Mike Beltran sitting next to her chatting. And Levan Chokheli of Georgia has entered the building. He will face Lorenz Larkin in a welterweight #1 contender fight later today. That's the Bellator Championship Series. Each card has at least one championship bout and one #1 contenders match. See some holes in Lopez stand-up. 2018 Zhora. I'm not very high on Lopez. The guy's literally a target standing. He's super wild. Leaves himself open to be countered. Be interesting. All right, round 3. Medeiros and Ayvazyan. I did not expect it to go this far. Especially with Zhora having 3 first-round finishes. Or, I mean, half his fights by first-round finishes. Good front kick to the body there from Zhora. And the inside leg kick. How much does Medeiros have left in him? .420 left in the fight. Oh, good right hook there from Zhora. And Medeiros needs to set up that overhand right. There's not a lot of holes in the game of Zhora. Especially to be exploited by a 38-year-old veteran with a slew of injuries throughout his career. Good left hand there from Zhora. Medeiros he's just having a hard time catching Zhora with anything. I think he's just too fast. There's a good straight right from Medeiros and a left on the chin. 3.5 left in the fight. Oh, good 1-2 from Zhora. Left hook Medeiros. And they're exchanging in the center of the cage. This is the only place Yancy has a chance, I feel. Remember, Yancy had some exciting battles in the UFC. Win or lose, this guy was always must-see TV. Oh, good right hook to the body there from Zhora. And the oblique kick. Good oblique kick from Medeiros. Now he needs to build on that. Big right hand from Yancy. Remember, Ayvazyan not used to going the distance. Good inside leg kick there from Zhora. Oh, and he ducks under a right hand from Medeiros and picks up a single leg. Oh, Yancy doing a good job to break free. But Zhora, he gets the body lock. These Russian fighters, it's not stop them once. It's you got to stop them 5 times. And Zhora gets the takedown. And Medeiros gets back up once again. And Zhora still has the body lock. 2 minutes left. Yancy doing everything he can to try to spin free here. This has got to be so frustrating for Medeiros. Oh, good elbow for Yancy. That was a brutal elbow right on the temple of Zhora. If he could just get Zhora around and kick him in that staff on his back, he might have a better chance. I don't know if that's staff, but it looks like a lot of staff. Staff for acne from steroid use. Oh, good right hook there from Zhora. And the left hook upstairs to the temple. There's a good counter left from Zhora. And Yancy just can't catch him. He can't catch up with him. Oh, big overhand right from Zhora. And they exchange right hands. Good right hook from Medeiros. And he moves forward. He's got to do it at an angle, though, because there comes the takedown attempt again from Zhora. Every time Yancy lands a shot, seemingly, Zhora goes right back to the takedown. Yancy's the guy I think I would have liked to seen going like bare knuckle boxing. And there's another takedown from Zhora, and that one should finish this one. Absolute domination from Zhora Ayvazyan. Good body kick at the bell, but yeah, 30-27 easily. Zhora Ayvazyan. We'll see if you're right, Torn, about those holes in the game. I still kind of feel like Diego Lopez is like, I don't know how good he's going to be. I feel like he's already proved like he's a decent fighter, but we just haven't seen enough from him yet. For me, not enough for me to like make a prediction like a lot of people that he's going to walk over Brian Ortega. But I don't think Brian Ortega is going to be 100%. That's one of the big reasons that, I am taking Lopez. All right, next poll coming up for the next fight. Sumiko Inaba, 7-1, -180 favorite against Mackenzie Stiller, 3-0 plus 150 underdog. If you guys don't know who these guys are, don't worry, you don't have to vote yet. I will go over. We'll do What Have You Done For Me Lately?
California hosting Bellator Champion Series action tonight. We have a number one contender fight in the welterweight division. We have a world title fight at 155 pounds still to come. Here's your element post-fight stats for the opening fight on our main card. One-way traffic for Zhora Ayvazyan. Michael C. Williams has the official scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we go in here three judges: Jonathan Romero, Rafael Davis, Chris Lehman. All have exactly the same.
Hey, Chris Lehman, a judge tonight. Good to see that. Zhora Ayvazyan with an easy victory here of Armenia. What's up, Bill Hughes? What's up, fam? Just got home. Hope everyone enjoying the fights. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hopefully work wasn't too bad.
The former Guerrilla Fights champion will be chasing gold here in Bellator. Your takedown of the night, presented by Takedown Official Apparel Partner, Bellator Mixed Martial Arts.
All right, guys. Let's do it. First, Mackenzie Stiller. 3-0, 2 submissions, 1-0 when it goes to a decision. 3-0 as an amateur, all submissions, all in the first round, all in under 2 minutes. Then her first 2 fights in Bellator, a first round finish, a unanimous decision, and then a first round submission at Elite Fight Night in her last fight. Of course, a lot of these Bellator fighters, PFL fighters, they were getting tired of waiting for fights, so some of them were allowed to go and pick up, a fight or two somewhere else, and Mackenzie did that. So Mackenzie Mac Judo Stiller taking on Sumiko Inaba, the Lady Samurai. Let's check her out. 7-1, 4 finishes, 3 by knockout. She's never been finished. 3-1 when it goes to decision. And the amateur career, 6-1. The one loss is an amateur, a majority decision. Decent amount of finishes in there. And then her one loss as a pro was at Bellator 301, 2 fights ago against Denise Kaiholtz. Came back in her last fight, picked up a split decision win over Sarah Orozco at PFL. But before that, undefeated in Bellator up till that fight, that Denise fight. Should be interesting. Just wanted to go through that so you guys can have a little better idea before you voted. For the Broncos Seahawks tomorrow. You and me both, man. That should be awesome. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Sunday. What time do they play at? When do the Seattle Seahawks play next? (1 p.m.) Well, maybe we should do a stream on that. We're getting close, hopefully, to being remonetized, so wouldn't be a bad idea to get busy again. One my time, right? Oh, yeah, 105 my time. Okay. Oh, Seahawks are 6-point favorites? Really? I know you guys aren't expected to be great, but we suck. I'm off tomorrow. Oh, sweet. So you'll be able to watch, and if you want, you can come and co-commentate. All right, Sumiko Inaba. 8 years older at 33, 2 inches taller at 5'4". She has a 3-inch reach advantage at 65 inches. Oh, they're moving quickly here. I was not ready for this. They're on HBO here. You can't have PFL pacing on HBO. All right, 25 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like and share button. If you're new and can't chat, it's because you're not subscribed. So just get subscribed for 1 minute, and you can join the chat. First, out of the blue corner, representing the United States, an undefeated contestant, 3-0 with 2 submissions, Mackenzie Stiller. And out of the red corner, with a record of 7-1, 3 wins coming by way of knockout, 1 by submission. Also from the United States, Sumiko Inaba. Mike Beltran is the referee for this one. All right, and we will cut the poll here in just a moment because we're about to get started. And there we go. And oh, good 1-2 there from Stiller. Oh, what a right hook there from Stiller. Oh, good left hook there from Inaba. Already more entertaining than the last fight. And 100% of you voted for Inaba. .410 left in the first. Oh, good left hand there from Stiller. Oh, and the right hand on the chin from Mackenzie. Push kick to the body from Inaba. Oh, Stiller going up for the head kick. Blocked by Inaba. There's a good right hook for Stiller, though. Oh, Stiller catches the body kick of Inaba. Good balance here from Inaba, but Stiller gets the waist lock. We'll see what she can do with it. Stiller's got that judo background. Beautiful sweep. Moves to dominant north-south. Inaba is up, but Stiller's got the tie clinch. Great knee to the body. Great leverage on that. And Inaba coming in, got the body lock again. Lady, you're going to go for another fucking ride. Know your place. Oh, big knee there from Stiller. Good right uppercut from Inaba. And this is what Inaba wants to do. She wants to break free. She doesn't want to be in the clinch with Stiller. Oh, good body kick from Stiller. Remember, Stiller almost a 2-1 underdog tonight, probably just because she has so little experience. That was a good counter left hook from Inaba. Good low leg kick from Inaba. Right hand over the top from Stiller. Oh, fast combo from Inaba. And Stiller with the power double leg. Second takedown of the round for Stiller. And Inaba right back up, but we're less than 3 minutes into this first round. And Inaba pushing Stiller up against the fence. She's just going to get thrown again. I don't know what this lady doesn't understand. Oh, and they break free back to the center of the cage. Every time they clinch, Inaba's going to end up on the ground. Oh, good right hand there from Stiller. Good combination from Inaba. This is where she needs to keep the fight. Oh, they exchange big right hands. Oh, what a head kick from Inaba! Stiller is hurt badly, and there's 2 right hooks in a row. Stiller is hurt very badly. What is keeping her up? That was ridiculous. Stiller was a -135 favorite before that shot. Inaba had moved to a +105 underdog. Odds have yet to be updated since that head kick. But I imagine they're going to move in the direction of Inaba. Good left hand there from Inaba. That was a brutal shot. Good left hand there from Inaba. Yeah, Stiller might not be the same this entire fight after taking a shot like that. Oh, and they exchange right hands. 30 seconds left in the first. Oh, big body kick from Inaba. And odds locked again at almost even. Inaba catches that body kick from Stiller, lands a good left hand, 10 seconds left in the first. Oh, and a big right hand from Inaba and a right uppercut. You got to give that round to Sumiko Inaba because she almost took Stiller out with that head kick and the hook afterwards. Let's watch the replay on that. Boom! It was a shin. Shin to face. Oh my goodness. What a man, right on the chin. I'm not sure how Stiller took that. That should have been a highlight knockout, in my opinion.
That wasn't there earlier in the round.
You gotta give credit to Mackenzie Stiller. She ate that thing like a piece of beef jerky. Just champ.
And Stiller, she looks like she's fine.
Worse for the wear, despite the power in that kick.
Interesting question is, did that turn around the round? Because I thought Stiller well in control at that point.
Yeah, I thought Stiller was winning the fight, but based on damage, I got to give Inaba the round. Wow, and all of a sudden Inaba up to an 8-1 favorite, minus 810 plus 500 on Mackenzie Stiller. That is ridiculous. I would take that. Mackenzie Stiller's not out of this fight. Plus 500 is insane right now. Good left hooks to the body from Inaba. I think sometimes you have to look for those overreactions in live betting, the overreactions by the odds makers. And Stiller moves to the side. Stiller's a 7-1 underdog right now. And she's got dominant north-south. Put your money on Billy. Bet on Mackenzie Stiller right fucking now. If you can get 7-1 odds, or even 5-1, they just went 5-1. Bet on Mackenzie Stiller. I still think she's got a great chance to win this fight. Good double jab there from Inaba. I'm not saying she wins for sure, or that she's going to win, but those odds are ridiculous. And Stiller on the inside gets the body lock, goes for the takedown, not able to get Inaba that time. I do think Stiller could still be a little stunned from that head kick she took in the first round, though. I think that took a lot out of her. It would have taken most women out, though. Of course, Stiller, big elbows from Inaba. There's 3 in a row. Stiller cannot continue to take those. Oh, there's another big one. Inaba might finish her there. Stiller has no answer to that right elbow, and that's a problem. Oh, there's 3 more. And right uppercuts and hooks from behind. Mike Beltran might be close to stopping this one. Oh, man. Yeah, Stiller's, her striking defense is just abhorrent right now. Like, it's non-existent. Inaba just teeing off on her like a kid in the playground giving noogies. And Stiller back to a 6-1 underdog. Oh, man. Yeah, these elbows are insane. Stiller's got to get this fight to the ground. And there's the judo, though. There's the Tayatoshi. That's why I held out hope for Stiller, and she's got hooks in, and Inaba's in fucking trouble. Inaba could be in trouble right now. Okay, Stiller's got the mount now. Inaba was smart enough to turn because she would rather... Oh, there's the armbar. That's it. That is it. Send it home to your mama. Oh, she's going to rip her arm off.
Not fully out of trouble yet. That arm is hyperextending, but the elbow sneaking out. There we go.
Inaba might get out of this.
And Mackenzie Stiller back and forth here.
Oh, wow. And now Inaba on top. Are you kidding me? How did she escape that submission attempt? Smuka is better in the fight. Yeah, she's winning the fight, I think. What's up, football? But it's definitely been back and forth. Oh, now Inaba with the back. 55 seconds left. Oh, Inaba might get a stoppage on strikes here, though. Stiller's got to defend herself. Inaba's, she's just teeing off on her. Yeah, this is going to get stopped. I'm surprised. And there it is, and he calls the stoppage. Wow. And Inaba ends it with the flurry of strikes. I understand that Stiller's judo is great, but that is some of the worst striking defense I have ever seen from a fighter in my life. I mean, Mackenzie Stiller, she could not block a punch if you threw it right at her hand. Wow. Exciting fight. Hey, and you guys got another one there. 44-33 on main card picks. I can't believe she escaped that armbar. It should have been over. That was nuts. Sumiko Inaba is an absolute animal. All right, guys. Up next, Douglas Lima and Aaron Jeffery in a #1 contender bout. The winner will get the next title shot at welterweight. And they're advertising now, of course, October 19th. The next time we see PFL or Bellator, Chris Cyborg takes on Larissa Pacheco, and PFL heavyweight champion Renan Ferreira defends against former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. That is a card. All right, and let's put up the next poll, and give me just a second. We'll do a what have you done for me lately? All right, first we'll look at Aaron Jeffery. (14-5), 10 wins coming by way of finish, 9 knockouts, 1 submission. Only been finished once by submission. 4-4 when it goes to the scorecards, though. Has lost 2 of his last 3. That's a bit deceptive because one of them was to Fabian Edwards. The other one was to John Salter. Those are pretty tough guys. Defeated Dalton Rasta, Austin Vanderford, Fabio Aguirre. He's got some decent names on his resume. Of course, he did try out for Dana White Contender Series. Lost a unanimous decision to Kyle Barajo. We all know how well he's doing now. Also had a victory over Andre Petrosky, who just won again in the UFC today. That guy is fighting all the time. Lost to Brendan Allen at one point on there. Sean Brady. His losses have come to some really big name guys. He's fighting another one of those big name guys today, though. And Douglas Lima. What's up, Emerson Hibirio? Yes, Lima's a stud, man. Sempre Lima. Wow, SureDog's website is just dog shit today. All right, Douglas Lima, 33-11, 36 years old now. 26 finishes in his 33 wins, 16 by knockout, 10 submission. Only been finished twice in his career, once by knockout, once by submission. That's pretty impressive in a 44-fight career. 7-9 when it goes to the cards, though. Defeated Costello Van Steenis in his last fight. Had a 4-fight losing streak, which just sounds like, oh man, what happened to him? Well, he fought the current champion, Jason Jackson. He lost a split decision to the stud Michael Page. It's over tearing up in the UFC right now. Lost to the former champion, Yaroslav Amosov. That's the guy Jason Jackson knocked off. And then lost to Gegard Mousasi. He's got a victory over Michael Page, over Andrei Korshkov, over Rory McDonald. I mean, this guy, he never gets an easy fight. So hopefully that gives you a little more to work with on the voting. Well, you guys got it 100% for Douglas Lima. So I trust you know what you're doing. Douglas Lima is an absolute stud. So is Aaron Jeffery, though. As I mentioned, the winner of this gets the next title shot. Aaron Jeffery is a sizable betting favorite coming into this fight. Minus 218. Douglas Lima minus 180. That's just been widening. For whatever reason, I don't know. People think they know something. People think they know something. I've realized, though, most of the time, they don't know much. They just want to feel like they know something. All right, I'm going to take a quick restroom break, refill the water, and we should be ready to go. All right, guys, we are still demonetized. Hopefully not for not too much longer, but can't buy food with my good looks, guys. Imagine what I get to eat with these looks. You can still donate to us through Cash App, through PayPal. Cash App, Seattle Mike, PayPal, paypal.me/Seattle Mike 1. Thank you for the donations today, Frankie Chorizo and RW Stunting, both through PayPal. So thank you guys. Time is Nurmagomedov versus Shelby starting. It's hard to say how long the fights will last, but there's 2 more fights before then. So 30 minutes to an hour, I would say, depending on how long the next 2 fights last. Well, probably 30 to 45 minutes. I don't think it'll be an hour. But I think these next 2 fights are the biggest fights of the night. Most exciting on paper. That last women's fight was exciting too. God, Mackenzie Stiller, man, her striking defense was like the worst I've ever seen in an MMA match, and somehow she still almost won that bout. Just shows you though, even in women's MMA, you can't make it at the top level with one skill set. And there is Chris Cyborg. Let's listen to some Chris Cyborg. She's returning in another month against Larissa Pacheco.
First, I want to say thank you for everybody in San Diego, my home. And, I'm very excited to back to the cage. I've been training really hard.
Always up for a challenge.
I'm very motivated. This next fight is going to be the Legacy Tour. And
she's 39 now, though.
And it's about next generation. They're going to be the opportunity to fight for another title in my career. And I'm very excited for the 5th belt.
One of the reasons I love this fight, and I think a lot of MMA fans feel the same way, is Larissa fights a lot like Cyborg. We're going to see a bit of a mirror match here. Give me your assessment. Give me your thoughts on her and how hard she hits.
Larissa, she's the next generation. She's a danger fighter.
So basically, they're trying to bill Larissa Pacheco as a young version of Chris Cyborg. I don't know if I buy that or not.
And it's still violent, but I'm going to do everything for getting the victory and have 5 rounds for see what's going to be.
You talk about the legacy. What would it mean to your legacy to have this win over a fighter? As you put it, next generation, what would that mean to you?
For me, it's like I've been no need to prove anything. I've been improving every day, and I did a lot for sport, but I do more for the next generation. And the fight for the 5th belt, I'm really happy. I opened the door for another girls. Now making me really happy. A lot of girls fighting, and this is the thing. You're gonna be better girls doing better than me, and I'm doing my best.
Good thing you're opening the door for the other girls, Cyborg. Because when we do it anymore, it's considered sexist.
October 19th, co-main event. Chris Cyborg, Larissa Pacheco, and of course the Battle of the Giants is all about.
No, not really. Sometimes though, see a news story saying UFC out $20 million for putting on 306.
Back to action here in the Bellator Championship.
Wouldn't call it a flop, but definitely was overhyped and is likely to underdeliver. The tickets were too expensive, I had thought about going, and when I viewed the tickets, the cheapest ticket, the cheapest nosebleeds after the fees was over $3,000. I know there's people that have $3,000, and I know there's people that are free on Saturdays and can leave town and go to Vegas. There's only so many of those people that are also fight fans and also don't have something better they would like to do that weekend. When you have $3,000 to drop like it's nothing, you're doing all kinds of cool shit. Like, that's not a ton of people. And of course, you're talking $3,000 just for tickets, and then you got your plane tickets, you got your food and everything. Maybe you don't want nosebleeds. If you don't want nosebleeds, now you're paying $5-10 grand. $3,000? Is this UFC or F1? Right? Isn't F1 the one where like only rich people go and they purposely made the tickets super expensive so they don't have to be around like normal people? I think I heard that. Which is fucking ridiculous. But hey, I guess smart on them to get all those rich people. If they're really that stupid, take their money. And there is Francis Ngannou warming up. Will Francis Ngannou be the Francis Ngannou he was in the UFC, though? Or even the Francis Ngannou that fought Tyson Fury? Remember, he lost the child this year. He was knocked out by Anthony Joshua. Brutally. There's some questions going into that fight for me with Francis Ngannou. Yes, F1 is a rich man's sport. Is there any reason for that? Like, are the cars super expensive? Or they just decided, hey, we're going to take this sport for rich people and make it super expensive so we're the only ones there? It just seems like such a strange thing to me. I mean, I guess you would think MMA could get like that, but I don't think so, because I said they're having a hard time selling $3,000 tickets. Of course, rich people don't necessarily want to sit in the nosebleeds either. Even if you sell your $10,000 and $20,000 tickets, maybe the people that can afford $3,000 don't want to sit nosebleed. It's not exactly a rich person's thing to sit at the very top of the stadium. All right, Douglas Lima, Aaron Jeffery coming up at middleweight. The winner gets the next title shot. This is a number one contender match. Each Bellator championship series will have a title match and a number one contenders match. Douglas Lima, 5 years older at 36. Aaron Jeffery of Canada, 1 inch taller at 6'2". Jeffery will have a 1 inch reach advantage at 74 inches. Keys to victory. Aaron Jeffery, check kicks. Don't go punch for punch. Don't get in firefights with Douglas Lima. Cut angles. You got to be a smarter fighter than that. Douglas Lima, use those leg kicks early and often. They've been effective in almost every fight that he's had them in, including Michael Venom Page. Stay versatile with the strikes. The guy is a very skilled striker. And he wants to stay off of his back. Keep this fight on the feet. And where did our poll end up at? 67% in favor of Douglas Lima. Thank you to everyone who voted. All right, out of the blue corner, the record of 14-5, 9 knockouts and 1 submission, Aaron Jeffery. And out of the blue corner, 33-1 with 26 finishes, 16 wins coming by way of knockout, presenting the former Bellator welterweight champion of the world, Douglas Lima. And we got a little Brazil versus Canada in here. I'm going to go with Lima. I love you guys in Canada, but you're too fucking nice. Brazilians are mean. All right, here we go. A touch of gloves, and we'll see how this goes down. Jeffery does come in a big favorite in this one, minus 230. Lima plus 175. Underdog. Push kick to the body from Jeffery to start things out. Oh, what a right hand from Aaron Jeffery. And he's got a leg, and Douglas Lima jumping around on one leg. Oh, that was crazy. Jeffery finally gets him to the ground, though. Jeffery moves to a minus 230 favorite, plus 175 Lima. This is exactly where Lima did not want to be. And Jeffrey's got him on his back in the first minute. First 30 seconds, just about. Lima, I said Bellator welterweight champion. Correct me. Former 3-time Bellator welterweight champion. And Jeffery digging to the midsection with right hands from above. Oh, somebody's cut badly. I think Lima might have cut Jeffery with one of those elbows. He did. Oh, he is bleeding profusely. And I don't think the odds makers have seen it yet because they have Aaron Jeffery at a minus 270. This is the kind of time that I jump on a Douglas Lima possibly for plus 200. Because when they separate these guys, I don't know what Aaron Jeffery's face is going to look like. You can't see it with all that hair, and Lima's holding him in. But Lima's beating him up from the bottom. Ten of Jeffrey's 14 wins, though, have come by stoppage. Lima, one of the only guys in MMA content to strike with you from the bottom and consistently win. I mean, it's one of the dumbest game plans in all of MMA. Good right hand there from Jeffery. Oh, big elbow from the top there from Jeffery, though. You can't outstrike guys from your back forever, though, and Jeffery's starting to get those right hands through now. And Lima starts shrimp crawling towards the fence. Lorenz Larkin and Chokheli up next. Excuse me, the next match is the number one contenders match. I said this one was. I was incorrect. Definitely an important match in the division, but but the next one's the number one contenders match. And Lima up to one knee. Jeffery's just so good at keeping you down, though. A couple of good left hooks there from Jeffery. Aaron Jeffery, he's like that hot 22-year-old at the business meeting. The hot, bitchy 22-year-old blonde who can always keep a good man down. That is Jeffery, and he is keeping Lima down. Oh, good uppercut from underneath from Jeffery. And there's the knee to the body from Aaron. Oh, good knee from Jeffery. Lima just cannot break free. Yes, IROC. We will take some calls. Let's take some calls before the main event. After the co-main, before the main. There should be some time. Big shots there from Aaron. And thank you, Stella Mosley, for the donation. Oh, what a right elbow there from Jeffery. Douglas Lima finally gets to his feet, and Jeffery cuts him off with a big right elbow. Douglas Lima's in a lot of trouble right now. He cannot keep upright, and he's going to start the next round upright. That is a good thing, I guess. But Stella Mosley with the $20 Cash App donation. Thank you, Stella. Gets us up to $26 on the night and the biggest donation so far of today.
Will not be a factor in terms of stopping a fight at least.
Hope it's okay to put your full name there. I don't see you in the chat, but I assumed you wanted credit.
May have been it. Because the outside seam on those gloves, just a split abrasion more than a slicing cut, but enough to cause the swelling and create that cut. Still a great round.
Bad cut on Aaron Jeffery, but he is the minus 345 favorite at the moment. Oh, and it's round 2, though, not 3. Oh, good body kick there from Jeffery to start the second round. Oh, big right hand from Lima, and that left hand floors Jeffery. That was a jab. Oh, and a left hook and a right hand. Douglas Lima says, I do not want to go back down to the ground with you. We're going to get this done right now. Another good left hand from Douglas, and let's look on to into the live odds here. Aaron Jeffery sitting at a minus 425 favorite, and he drops levels looking for another takedown attempt. Lima has not done a good job defending against the takedown today. It is crucial that he breaks this body lock. Good right hook to the body and a knee there from Lima. There's another knee. course, Lima did land some, he landed some good shots from his back, but unless you get the knockout from your back, like that's only so much you can do with that. And the judges are not likely to give you credit striking from your back. Good veteran move there by Lima. Deflects the knee of Jeffery. And Jeffery just hanging on him. Oh, good underhook. Look at this. Douglas Lima getting the right underhook to stay upright. Oh, and there's a straight right and a right uppercut from Lima. And Jeffery throws a leg kick and immediately comes back in for the body lock. If this was a kickboxing match, Douglas Lima would knock Jeffery out inside of a minute and a half. Unfortunately, Aaron Jeffery's trying to turn this into a wrestling match. Good right hook upstairs there from Jeffery. I would love to see more of those mixed rules matches like one has. Like a match between these guys. First round kickboxing, second round wrestling, third round kickboxing. Oh, and they exchange left hands. There's a good right uppercut from Lima. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elbows. But Jeffery continuing to fight for the takedown here. Lima's just beating him up this round, though, every time he goes for it. There's not a whole lot in fighting that Douglas Lima has not seen in his career. And 44 professional fights. And Jeffery just leaning on Lima. Oh, big knee to the body there from Lima. And Lima breaks free. Jeffery's in trouble now. 2 minutes left in the round. Good left hand there from Lima. Inside leg kick for Jeffery, and Jeffery shoots for the takedown again. You got to get away from the fence, though, Lima. Got to stop backing up, and you got to get away from the fence if you're trying to stay on your feet. Good knee to the body from Jeffery. I know he knows that. Maybe he lost track of where he was. And Lima reverses. And he's got a left underhook. He should be able to push away here. He doesn't, though, and Jeffery reverses him back into the fence. Good knee to the body from Lima. Jeffery answers with one of his own. Big round right now for Douglas Lima. A good elbow from Douglas. Because Aaron Jeffery had a big first round. Oh, and there's uppercuts from Lima, and Jeffery now dropping to a knee. These are the kind of fights that I cannot wait until they officially reissue the rules for a grounded opponent. Because you got a guy like Jeffery that can continue to hang out and play as a helpless, downed opponent while he's continuously just... You can do that for 5 fucking minutes trying to get a takedown, and the guy can't knee you or kick you. You take away half of his weapons and the weapons that are closest to you. It's a flaw in the system, in my opinion. Good shots up against the fence there for Lima. Jeffery reverses him, lands a knee to the body. Odds much closer now. Minus 175 Aaron Jeffery, plus 135 Douglas Lima. Who has more left?
And the question becomes, how is it being judged so far? A lot of control for Jeffery.
And that is, you got to count on the judges. Did they see it the right way? The way I see it is Aaron Jeffery won the first round pretty convincingly. Douglas Lima obviously won the second round convincingly. Will the judges see it that way? I mean, he floored Jeffery in the round. He hit him with huge shots. Jeffery did very little except for hang on him. And let's go into the corner of Aaron Jeffery. Looking pretty beat up. If you scored that last round for Aaron Jeffery, I'm sorry, you should not be scoring another fight ever again.
Potentially deciding round here in Pechanga San Diego. Aaron Jeffery wearing the damage on his face.
All right, third and final, Douglas Lima, Aaron Jeffery. Good low leg kick there from Jeffery to start the round. Right hand from Lima. At plus 135 to start this round, I like Douglas Lima. That's where I would put my money if I was going to bet this fight. Good push kick to the body from Jeffery. Lima's just got to get off the fence. Oh, nice right hand there for Lima. I mean, I know he's trying to draw Jeffery into strikes. And Jeffery shoots for another takedown, and Lima is able to sprawl. Maybe he's trying not to give him enough room, I guess, to get the takedowns. Good shots there from Lima. But now, see, now Jeffery's got a leg. He sweeps the other one out, and Aaron Jeffery's on top. I don't know what Douglas Lima's game plan is there. But whatever it is, it's not working for him. And he may have just lost the fight by hanging out on the fence. Common sense says if Aaron Jeffery's capable of holding Douglas Lima down for a whole first round, he's probably capable of holding him down for a full third round. And Aaron Jeffery just moved to a minus 425 favorite on that takedown. Douglas Lima plus 300 movie. Oh, 4 elbows in a row from Jeffery from the top. And a path to victory becomes very, very difficult for Douglas Lima right now. In a fight that I feel he should win 8 out of 10 times. Because just stylistically, as long as Douglas Lima has been fighting, you're going to tell me that his takedown defense is that bad. Aaron Jeffery's a one-trick pony. Up next, number 1 contender match, Lorenz Larkin and Levan Chokheli. Oh, Lima throwing up the rubber guard, looking for a submission halfway through the third. Aaron Jeffery's moved to a minus 810 favorite, plus 500 on Douglas Lima. It can be plus 10,000. If he can't get up, it doesn't matter. I don't know, why isn't Lima pushing down on Jeffery's head here too? He should be taking his right hand and pushing down on Jeffery's head. Oh, nice knees to the head from Jeffery. And Lima back down to a knee. I don't know if Lima's just gotten too old to do the things he needs to do. But I'm not incredibly impressed tonight with Aaron Jeffery, even though he's likely going to get the victory here. And Lima back up, but he cannot break the body lock, so he's back down to a knee. I hate to be so critical of any fighter, but at this stage of your career, how was your takedown defense this bad? Like, why didn't you just go to kickboxing if you never planned on developing takedown defense? Aaron Jeffery is no Usman Nurmagomedov. Oh, nice knee to the body and a right hook from Lima, and here he comes, and Jeffery shoots again. Any hope for Lima quickly dashed. And Jeffery trips him down to the ground, and he's going to pound it out. And in my opinion, the less skilled fighter wins tonight, but he took advantage of the current rules that we have in MMA, and Aaron Jeffery will get the W on his record.
Official decision when we return to Pechanga Arena in San Diego, California. Still to come, your co-main and
All right, co-main coming up next. Number 1 contender spot against Lorenz Larkin against Levan Chokheli. Odds almost even on this one. You know what's funny though is we had the UFC had a pretty obvious young versus old card today. Bellator's really doing the same thing. They got a younger guy against Douglas Lima. We got a younger guy next coming up against Lorenz Larkin. Well, you had a young guy going against Yancy Meideros in the first fight there. And, a lot of us have been talking, our former heroes, or however you want to, guys that we're fans of, those of us that have been in the sport forever, like they're disappearing. Those guys are retiring, and if we're going to continue to be fans of this sport, you got to find the new guys, and you got to attach yourself to, who's exciting now. And there's guys out there. Kai Baralo's one of them. We've seen him win recently. What was it? Main event 2 weeks ago, I think, for UFC. 3 weeks ago, because there was no UFC 2 weeks ago. But you got guys now like Ilia Topuria and Sean O'Malley and Bo Nickel, Jack Della Maddalena, Halton Almeida, Peyton Talbot. I love that kid. He is so good. And we're just seeing, every Tuesday, we're seeing incredible matches on Dana White Contender Series. There'll be another Dana White Contender Series this Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. There is Lorenz Larkin of Riverside, California, warming up in the back. This next match is a number 1 contender match at welterweight. And if you haven't voted yet, give me a second and we'll look at stats on these guys. We'll get the official decision on this one first. Perfect scorecard, though, 29-28. Jeffery won the first and third. Lima won the second. So good job on the judges. Unfortunately, it's the right decision, though, in the sport we have now. A boring, absolutely sleeper fight from Aaron Jeffery. He's not the guy I wouldn't want as my champion if I was running an MMA organization. Say I hate wrestling, say I hate styles. I don't hate wrestling, by the way. But I'm going to give it to you honest. I'm going to tell you what I think. And that's what I think. Like, that's not what fans want to see. It's somebody hanging on a striker for 15 minutes. Really good to see Jimmy Smith back on the mic. Remember, he was a Bellator guy. Joe Rogan fought for the UFC to get him. I think the UFC only kept him for like 1 year, and then he was out of a job. So I'm glad he's back. All right, let's look at this next fight. 13-2, Levan Chokheli of Georgia. This guy's an absolute beast. 13-2, 10 fights finished by way of knockout. 3-1 when he goes to decision. He's only been finished once by submission. IROC says another boring-ass wrestler, Nate Diaz. Yeah, and at the same time, though, I'm thoroughly upset with Douglas Lima. I feel like for good reason, because why did you allow him to do that to you? I know we need to adjust some of the rules. I'm aware of that. I feel sometimes like I'm the only one aware of it, or one of the only ones. But let's go through Levan Chokheli. His one loss, a first round. Oh no, he's got two losses. Two losses in Bellator. One of them a first round armbar submission from Gyoti Yamauchi. The other one, a heavy grappler, lost Kyle Crutchmere. That was in 2021. Won 3 in a row. Sabi Hamasi, first round knockout. That's a decent name in Bellator. He's only been in Bellator for 6 fights. He's 4-2, and he's fighting for a number 1 contender spot. 10 knockouts and 13-2 is impressive. I'll give him that. Lorenz Larkin debuted in 2009 as a pro. Debuted in Strikeforce in 2011. Debuted in UFC 2013. He was unbeaten in Strikeforce. Then he came to Bellator in 2017. 26-8 overall. 14 wins coming by way of knockout. Never had a submission. 38 years old now, too. Been knocked out twice. Never been submitted. That is a weird thing. A guy to have 34 fights, never submitted anyone, and never been submitted. I don't know I've ever seen. You'd really have to search to find a similar stat to that. That is a pretty weird stat. 12-6 when it goes to decision. 2 no contests. Knocked out Alan Dominguez in the first round in his last bout. Before that, he lost a split decision to a stud in Andrei Korshkov at Bellator versus Ryzen 2. Knocked out Muhammad Burkhamov in the first round. The fight before that, first round knockout of Kyle Stewart. Defeated Rafael Carvalho. Tough veteran by split decision. There he beat Andrei Korshkov, split decision. He's been around the block. Lorenz Larkin has been there and done that. It's another one of these matches, though, like I was talking about. Young lion versus the old lion. Levan Chokheli, 27 years old. It's almost like Bellator and UFC talk to each other today. And they're like, hey, let's have a young lions versus veterans show. Both of us. Always makes me think back to Spike TV when Ken Shamrock was such a big name and he fought Rich Franklin. Nobody knew who Rich Franklin was. All right, Lorenz Larkin, Levan Chokheli up next. 25 of you up in the chat. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that share button if you like what we do here and you want to help us grow. That donation button. Thank you, Stella Mosley, Frankie Trezo, RW Stunting. We've been demonetized recently by YouTube, which means we get no ad revenue. We can't take super chats. We lost all of our premium memberships. Everybody that was paying for a premium membership, they were all canceled. We're hoping to get that back before the beginning of next month. But in the meantime, I appreciate those of you that donate on Cash App, on or at PayPal there. One thing I didn't mention today, and I don't know why, though, is our Patreon, because I want to keep that going. Even if we get remonetized, patreon.com/fights with friends. You can donate monthly to Fights with Friends. And thank you, Phil D, for the Ninja tier, $5 a month. Tail of the tape, Lorenz Larkin, 11 years older at 38. Levan Chokheli, 2 inches taller at 6'1". He'll have a 1-inch reach advantage at 73 inches. This is another very interesting fight. And 56% of you have picked 60% now for Levan Chokheli, 40% for Lorenz Larkin. 10 of you have voted. I'll keep that up for just another second, but we're about to start. Keys to victory, Levan Chokheli. Be patient. Find openings. Finish rounds strong. Mix in your takedowns. Lorenz Larkin, angles, angles, angles. And stay on your feet. All right, 11 of you have voted. Levan Chokheli, Lorenz Larkin. I got to pull it. All right, out of the blue corner. With 13 wins against 2 losses and 1 no contest. 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing the country of Georgia, Levan Chokheli. By the way, this is the co-main event for those who have been asking about when Usman Nurmagomedov and Alexandr Shabliy is fighting. That is next for the Bellator Lightweight Championship. And out of the red corner with a record of 26 wins and 8 losses, 14 wins coming by way of knockout. He is a former UFC veteran and former undefeated Strike Force champion, Lorenz Larkin. Jason Herzog is your referee. I meant to say he was undefeated in Strike Force. All right, 2 guys with a lot of power. Let's fucking go. Larkin in the white trunks and the blue gloves. Chokheli Larkin black trunks, red gloves. Chokheli white trunks, blue gloves. And odds almost even. Good body kick there for Chokheli. And let's bring up the Bellator, the DraftKings odds now. Well, they are blacked out for a moment. 4:20 left in the first. Larkin pumping that jab, lands a good left hook. Low leg kick for Chokheli, gets through. Big right hand for Chokheli. He floors Larkin. Larkin could be in trouble here. Larkin a minus 125. Favored on the money line right now. Chokheli minus 105, and it just flipped to even at minus 115 apiece. Why, it's WTF for the thinking, UFC thinking with the sphere. Dana be like, I'm going to spend a fortune and making this the most spectacular. Oh man, Chokheli throwing a powerful combination. Big right hand and a left hook. He is lighting Larkin up at the moment. Yeah, with no good fighter, you half a potato. Yeah, he definitely needed better fights on that. You got to have the fights. Good combination there from Larkin. There's a jab and a right hand, and he floors Chokheli. Oh, there's a left hook from Larkin, a right hand. Chokheli's hurt badly. He is in alley right now, and Larkin raining down shots. It is all over. Lorenz Larkin knocks out Levan Chokheli in the very first round, and he is the #1 contender at welterweight and the rightful challenger for the next championship bout. What a display of fury from Lorenz Larkin at 38 years old. Wow! Levan Chokheli was starting to catch Larkin with big shots, and then Larkin did what Larkin does. He created a firefight, and he said, "Motherfucker, I can hit you harder than you can hit me." And every time he does that, the other guy usually ends up unconscious on the ground. There is no substitute for power. And let's watch the replay. It was a right hand, straight right, that grazed the top of the temple of Chokheli. Then a left hook, a right uppercut. Man, what a right hand. Oh, what a right uppercut and a big overhand right. Will Lorenz Larkin finally get a Bellator World Championship before he retires? He's got the shot. Dana White is pound for pound #1 goof. Everyone gonna buy the Sphere pay-per-view to watch? Who? Mr. Chiwiwis? Also the Crimson Shin. Oh, a.k.a. the Crimson Shin. Wow. It's going to be a sad day when Lorenz Larkin retires. And like I said, 38 years old. It's very close. The thing that bothers me about his career is, I guess, for one thing, is Bellator never promoted him because they never promoted themselves. But this guy was such a great fighter in the history. When you write the books in the history of MMA, Lorenz Larkin was in a lot of those great fights and had a lot of those great finishes. And I kind of feel like it should have been him in the UFC instead of MVP, honestly. But we missed a lot of good fights by him coming to Bellator. All right, the main event is here. Can't believe Larkin isn't 40. Dude's been around since the Stone Age. Debuted in 2009. Absolutely, man. He's been around forever. All right, and now a dominant champion, in my opinion, faces his first huge test. Usman Nurmagomedov taking on Alexandr Shabliy. This guy's names are getting too long. You can't fit them in the where you're trying to fit them. I don't know, Mike. Larkin already was in the UFC pre-Bellator, and MVP has so much hype. I mean, he almost beat Ian Gary. I thought he should have beaten Ian Gary outside of a few little things. But yeah, he was right there. They should have just both came over. But they came over. They both would have been too late. MVP's old too. 37, I think, or 38. Lorenz the Monster Larkin. Also, I mean, I don't know what what testing requirements Lorenz Larkin's had under him here. That's another, because they have the Bellator banner. Just because they're under PFL and PFL is under USADA, does that mean Bellator is under USADA? I don't know that. They're running it as a separate organization.
I'm undefeated back in this home soil, i.e. San Diego, all this area. You guys don't know how much that shit felt when you guys are yelling.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them both come over, though. I thought Michael Chandler came over too late, to be honest. We should have gotten him a few years earlier.
Right as he was opening up, right as he was feeling good about his strikes, you heard this crowd and you found your shot, man.
Yeah, just being patient. They keep matching me with these young up and comers, man. These beasts.
15 of 27 wins by knockout, 11 in the first round. What fighters do the organization that signed UL have? Dude, I believe they signed, the only other guy that I think they signed, I think it's the same organization that just signed Rainier Derridier. Two-weight champion over in ONE FC, if people don't know who he is. Ran into a buzzsaw named Anatoly Tolkin, who destroyed him twice and ran him out of one, though. Is he going to be fighting grandmas like Gabby Garcia? Dude, I don't know, but I'm looking at that. I'm like, yeah, who are you going to have fight this guy? Are they just going to throw tomato cans at him or what? Because there's a market for that. There always was in boxing. That's how these guys got to like 30 and 40 and 0. And fans would be like, oh, this guy's 22 and 0 and he's fighting somebody who's, 12 and 47. Sure, sounds like a good fight. All right, main event is here. 77% of the votes in for Nurmagomedov, 23% for Shabliy. Let's take a look at this one. All right, first let's look at Alexandr Shabliy. Another Russian tank, 31 years old, 24 and 3, 19 of his 24 wins by finish, 5 and 2 when it goes to a decision, only been finished once by submission, and he is on an absolute tear. 9 wins in a row, and there's some big names on here. Brent Primus, Tofik Masayev, to me, probably the most impressive. Just people don't know how good that guy is. Beat up Pitbull, Patricky Fahea in his last fight, victory over Bobby King. I don't know what the Pro FC was. He was there for a very long time. But I think this is a great challenge to Nurmagomedov. But now let's look at Usman. Undefeated. 17 and 0. 14 of his 17 wins coming by way of finish. 3 and 0 when it goes to decision. 8 knockouts, 6 submissions. Pretty even. Manhandled Benson Henderson in his last official defense. I don't know what the deal was with Brent Primus. Anybody know what happened there? No contest overturned. I know he had dominated Primus, but somebody failed a drug test or something. I said beat Patricky Fahea. Knocked out Christopher Gonzalez in the first round. Then he was over in UAE for one fight. I don't know. I don't know enough about Shabliy, I guess, to make an official pick. I'd probably pick Nurmagomedov, I guess, just because I don't know as much about him. But he's got an impressive resume. Yoel versus a champ. Rogan's wet dream. Dude, Yoel versus Gabby Garcia. I'm down. Oh, we lost another one, though. I didn't put that one up for the last one, did I? You guys picked Chokheli. 44 and 34. All right, Khabib's high praise. Khabib says, Usman Nurmagomedov is the future of this sport. Him and me were trained by my father, and now I train him. That's why he's still undefeated. That's why he's Bellator lightweight world champion, and he defended his title. He will show and he will prove why he's one of the best in the world right now. Another Khabib protege over here in Bellator, Yaroslav Amosov, just lost his title recently. His only loss to Jason Jackson. Jason Jackson's on absolute fire right now. Arguably one of the top welterweights, if not the top welterweight in the world right now. I know people that only watch UFC may not know enough about him, but Jason Jackson's on top of the world right now. He's very, very good. All right, I'm going to take a quick restroom break before we start the next one, guys. Rock. I apologize. I said I was going to take some calls. I almost forgot. (425-791-8730) is the number if you would like to call in. Talk about the fights tonight, the UFC fights earlier, next week's UFC 306, whatever's on your mind. Hit me up. Maybe you want to talk about Yoel versus a chimp. Get a little toasty in here. Let's go to the poll. 33 of you voted yes. Usman Nurmagomedov bringing in 82% of the votes. Just 18% for the challenger Shabliy. And that's in line with the odds. Looks like you guys paid attention. 34 votes now. 83% Nurmagomedov. 35. All right, we're going to end this at 83% Usman Nurmagomedov. With 36 votes. But yeah, whatever you guys want to talk about, 425-791-8730 is the number. Excuse me. You're on Fights of Friends. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Mike, it's iRock.
What's up, iRock? I figured that was you. How you doing?
What's up? Pretty good, man. How have you been?
Oh, pretty good, man. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thank you again. Well, as always, for doing what you do. I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in about. I made some chats about the Sphere card. I don't know. I think my theory is that Dana White is about to retire, and he's trying to like boost himself up and kind of like be able to say, I put on the first MMA show in the Sphere, and it cost $20 million, and we outdid you two. And like he does with the power slap thing, like we're bigger than FIFA. I don't know, man. I really always liked Dana, but the past 2 years, he's just like made a 180 in my opinion. He's kind of, I don't know, man. With the whole like starting back at the power slap thing, and then now today we have the Sphere thing, but in between there's been a whole bunch of things. The Bud Light when they made the Bud Light deal, and he like doubled down on it, and he basically called all the fans that were against it and kind of weirded out by it, he called them fucking idiots. And then people weren't buying fucking pay-per-views. Not that there's that he's insulting his fans, but also it made it so hard. You have an ESPN Plus subscription, and then you have to pay these exorbitant prices that keep going up for each pay-per-view every 2 weeks. And he wonders why he's not getting the sales. I don't know, man. I just want to kind of expand on that. Dana's been kind of grinding my gears, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're definitely not the only one that feels that way. I've heard a lot of people that have been pretty frustrated by that. One of the biggest things, of course, the increase in the pay-per-view price.
Right.
I'm hoping that pay-per-view is gone on the next contract, but I don't know. Cross my fingers.
They should go back to the old Fight Pass model and make their own website. Everybody knows where to go on Saturdays or whenever they have fights, Wednesdays, and get ESPN out of it. I think that was one of the worst decisions the UFC's ever made. But
it was a monetary decision. They gave him a bunch of money.
Yeah. And I feel like it didn't pay off.
In the long term, yeah, you might be right.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to interrupt. Or in this next card, how much time do we have? Or in this next fight?
They're entering the ring right now. Shabliy just entered the cage. So.
Okay. I just want to give you a little. I'll let you go after this, but I know you have 2 German Shepherd puppies, right?
Yeah.
So my German Shepherd has been having some like hip issues, and he's been going through a rough time. This past month. Yeah. But we got him on steroids and some like cold laser treatment. But I was going to recommend to you, you should look into the brand Wuffies, WUFFIES, and get your puppies on the hip supplements while they're still young. Try and avoid all that.
Okay. Thank you. I've heard a lot of things about hips with German Shepherds and things. Yeah, their joints.
Yeah, their hips.
No, I'll definitely check into that.
Yeah, all right, man.
All right, hey, thanks for calling in. Have a good one. Enjoy the fights.
Yeah, good talking to you, man.
Good talking to you. Later. All right, iRock, everyone. Guy that's been in this community for a very long time. A friend already. I know of a lot of you guys, but I really appreciate him being here so much as I do a lot of you guys. And dude donates like almost every chat. I can't count the amount of chats. Well, there's a lot of chats where he's seen that people weren't donating, and he just kept donating himself. Like started at 5, 10, 20. All of a sudden he's up to like $30 or $50. So awesome guy. Why not make the Sphere a half decent card, right? One of the weakest pay-per-views in UFC history. Retarded. Never been a Dana guy, but he's always been good at putting great cards together. Seems to have completely lost the ability to do that in recent years. I feel like he's lost some motivation. UFC went for fastest growing sport to overrated, overpriced, increasingly weak cards. Yep. It's a sad reality, James. Well, yeah, he took a bunch of money. He's living like a king, and he's not even living in the same world that we are right now. He probably does not even realize any of the reality that we're talking about right now. And, I mean, I can say all this to him, but he can look back at me and be like, what the fuck have you accomplished at the same time? And I just kind of have to give, I don't know, Dana, I guess you've done pretty well. But yeah, I feel like they are turning a corner in the wrong direction. Hoist Gracie, the legend, in the crowd. The original. And there is Dan Hendo Henderson. Another big legend. AJ McKee, former Bellator featherweight champion. Maybe Bellator's best fighter right now. And Dakota Decheva, women's flyweight finalist. She's not just good looking. She can fight too. I don't know if she'll be champion. But Alexandr Shabliy, 5 years older at 31. Nurmagomedov, 2 inches taller at 5'11". He'll have a 2-inch reach advantage. How crazy is that, though, that Nurmagomedov, he's only 26 years old. He's already the champion. And nobody thinks that he can be beaten, basically. Keys to victory for Shabliy. Start fast. Close the distance early. Usman, use those rangefinders, stick and move. Respect Shabliy's power. I think Shabli's got to land big shots. Obviously, he's got to stay upright. Shabliy is not a guy that is a stranger to wrestling either, though. And Nurmagomedov can strike with the best of them. So, hopefully this is a really good match. All right, and first out of the blue corner, with 24 wins against just 3 defeats, 19 wins coming by way of finish, from Mother Russia, the challenger, Alexandr Shabliy. Yes, here we fucking go, Phil. I'll take Usman's, Phil. Most people voted Usman. And out of the red corner, undefeated, with a record of 17-0, won no contest. 14 of those wins coming by way of finish. Also representing Mother Russia, the undisputed Bellator lightweight champion of the world, Usman Nurmagomedov. And yes, Khabib is in his corner tonight. Mike Beltran is the referee. Will you take Usman's knees, though? I wouldn't take Kamaru Usman's knees, because they're pretty much worthless. All right, here we go. First round. Scheduled for 5 for the lightweight championship. Oh, good 1-2 there from Shabliy. And live odds have Shabliy plus 400. Nurmagomedov, the favorite, minus 620. Good push kick to the knee from Usman. Oh! Good straight right there from Nurmagomedov. Looked like Shabliy was about to land a big shot. Usman just gives you such strange looks. And that was the first body lock for both guys. No takedowns attempted. Good left hook from the champion Nurmagomedov. Good inside leg kick from Usman. And Usman Nurmagomedov off to a quick start as usual. This is a guy that uses the entire 5 rounds should you be unfortunate enough to last them. Good push kick to the body from Nurmagomedov. Oh, he went for that spinning heel kick. Shabliy was too sharp, though. Oh, Shabliy barely missed with that right hand. Shabliy's got that power that can put anybody out, and that's why he's here. Another thing that makes Usman so tough is he fights the majority of his fights from southpaw position. Oh, good right hand from Shabliy. That is the Achilles heel of the southpaw, the straight right. Ask Michael Moore, George Foreman. Good push kick to the body from Usman. Or from Shabliy. Oh, big combination from Shabliy. And Nurmagomedov says, let's get this shit to the ground, and spins him in the air. When he explodes, man, can that guy explode. That was like a tornado. And he's got the back. Oh, and Shabliy dumps him. It is so amazing to watch, moves that took out very high-level guys. And then they fight a high-level guy like Shabliy, Nurmagomedov does, and he just flicks him to the side. Good one, too, there from Shabliy. Oh, big knee to the body from Alexandr Shabliy. There's a head kick from Usman Nurmagomedov. 2 minutes left in the round. Counter right from Shabliy. Push kick to the body from Usman. Oh, what a left hand from Shabliy. And there's the push kick to the body for Nurmagomedov. Not only would this be the first loss for Usman, I believe it would be the first loss for Khabib as a coach, or as a cornerman. If somebody's going to do it this year, though, I believe Shabliy's the guy. Good body kick from Nurmagomedov. Oh, there's the right hand from Shabliy. The reflexes of both these guys to change their mind and adapt in a split second. Shabliy going for that head kick there. He is so fast. Good right hand to the body from Shabliy. This is the first time I've seen that Usman doesn't have a ridiculous speed advantage. There's the right hand from Shabliy again. And Nurmagomedov's starting to fall into a pattern. Good body kick there from Nurmagomedov. But Shabliy, like 3 different times, he has tried to get him to do what he wanted to do. He got him to do it, and he landed the right hand. Head kick from Nurmagomedov, though. Very close round. Usman is one of the few AKA fighters, one to fight on his feet, right? And let's go to live odds here. Minus 520 Nurmagomedov, plus 350 Shabliy. I have no idea who won that last round. It was very close, though. Too close to judge while I'm commentating. Not watching, but I think Khabib is a trash corner man. Very much like BJ Penn on Tough. They shout non-stop instructions, making it impossible for their guys to process. That's a fair point. Night, and the commentators on Bellator gave the first round to Nurmagomedov. Stats seem to support that. So 10, reluctantly, I will say 10-9 Nurmagomedov, but that was a very close round. Good outside leg kick from Shabliy. Oh, push kick to the body from Usman. Oh, nice right hand from Shabliy. Oh, good counter left from Shabliy. I think Shabliy figured something out in like the last minute and a half, 2 minutes of that first round. And Nurmagomedov just switched to orthodox for the first time. And they exchange leg kicks. I think Nurmagomedov noticed that Shabliy just kept trapping him, so he's like, I got to change stances, at least for now. Good 1-2 for Shabliy. Oh, there's a good right hand from Alexandr. Good left hook there. Very good start to the round for Shabliy. Jump left hook from Nurmagomedov lands. And Nurmagomedov's got the body lock. Lands a good right uppercut. Pushing Shabliy up against the fence now. Good knee to the body for Nurmagomedov. Shabliy easily able to escape though. Nurmagomedov may be looking at his equal when it comes to wrestling. Some feel like he's his superior when it comes to striking. Good left hook there from Shabliy. Oh, and a nasty outside leg kick from Nurmagomedov. Big right hand from Shabliy. That was pinpoint on the chin. Good oblique kick to the body from Usman. And there's a good inside leg kick from Nurmagomedov. Oh, right hand gets through for Shabliy over the top. And Shabliy shoots for a takedown. Good defense from Nurmagomedov. Oh, Nurmagomedov went for a flying knee. Almost got caught. There's a big right hook for Nurmagomedov, though. And now the straight right. And he's hoping that's going to set up the takedown. So far, Shabliy's hips are stiff, though. This would be a huge takedown in what I think is a close round that Shabliy's been winning. Oh, good knee to the body from Usman. I think Usman knows how close this round is. Good left hook from Nur. A nice left hand from Shabliy. Oh, there's a good counter straight right from Alexandr. I was going to be disappointed if Shabliy gave away the last minute. Oh, beautiful right hook from Shabliy. He's so quick at getting in and out before Nurmagomedov can shoot. There's a good left hand from Usman, though. These guys are so evenly matched. 20 seconds left in the second. And Nurmagomedov goes up for the side kick to the head. Might have grazed Shabliy. There's a good left hook from Usman. Oh, a beautiful right hook from Shabliy right on the temple. And I got to give that one to Alexandr Shabliy. 1919 through 2. And Usman Nurmagomedov, an even bigger favorite with the odds makers right now, minus 750. Alexandr Shabliy plus 470. People just assume that the odds makers never make mistakes. It's so subjective. You can't be perfect. You can't be perfect. They can't be perfect. I don't know what he's doing tonight, as I said, but he's always like that with Islam. Could be a good trainer, but not corner man. Could be used more military taskmaster than corner man, right? Keeps his cornering, stresses him out more than engaging in combat himself. Well, he's a pretty fucking calm dude when it comes to being in combat. All right, somehow Khabib even a bigger favorite now. I think this fight is all knotted up. Now, if it's close, can Shabliy get the decision? I don't know. Good jab to the body from Shabliy. Round 3 scheduled for 5. Inside leg kick for Nurmagomedov, and he is back to orthodox. He switched from southpaw. About a couple minutes into the last round, and has really not switched back. Good exchange of kicks. Good right hand from Shabliy. Right hook, right on the button from Shabliy. Low leg kick from Usman. Good push kick to the body for Nurmagomedov. Khabib seems to be talking quite a bit less tonight. Good left hand there from Usman. Straight left lands for Shabliy. That was a right on the chin from Shabliy, and Nurmagomedov lands back-to-back inside leg kicks. There's that straight right down the pipe again from Shabliy, and Nurmagomedov switches back to southpaw. Lands an inside leg kick. Remember, Shabliy's had a lot of success with the right hand when Nurmagomedov is southpaw. Good inside leg kick there from Shabliy. And Usman switches back to orthodox. Usman doing a lot of stance switching tonight. When Usman gives that very small target and the way he stands, it looks like Bruce Lee. Good push kick to the body there for Nurmagomedov. And a low blow in there, and they touch gloves, saying not bad enough to do anything about it. .145 left in the third. I'd love to see Shabliy throw that oblique kick with the right leg. He might be too worried that Nurmagomedov is going to take him down, but he's so fast. I feel like he might be... Oh, there's a left hook from Shabliy. Nurmagomedov shoots for the leg, but unable to get it. And there's a left hand from Shabliy. He won that exchange. This is a fight of 15-second or shorter exchanges. Good left hook there from Nurmagomedov. And the inside leg kick. Oh, good side kick to the knee from Nurmagomedov, but Shabliy lands a big right hook. Low leg kick from Usman. Oh, and wow, Usman doing everything he can to try to get Shabliy to the ground. He can't trick him, and Shabliy hits him with a big right elbow. Usman throwing everything he's got at Shabliy, and he cannot shake him. Same tricks are not working. Close round. Oh, and Shabliy gets a takedown at the bell. Usman was going for a kick. I was leaning towards Shabliy before that. I have it 29-28 for the challenger, Alexandr Shabliy.
Back to the stool between rounds 3 and 4. Takedown attempt from Nurmagomedov. Great job from Shabliy.
I rock weird as fuck, right? And you're right. It's collectively subjective and a guessing game. Dana acting. Everyone who doesn't agree with him is retarded. Meanwhile, I think Tom Francis both handle him. Right? Well, number one, till he's defeated, retires, in my opinion. Don't understand his triggering over such a subjective opinion, right? Oh, saying he's not James. He is top in my top 3, but Dana is handling horribly. Pound for pound was supposed to be fun. Yeah, it's weird. He should be extremely happy that nobody can agree on who the best pound for pound is. That means people are talking.
Championship rounds we go. Usman Nurmagomedov defending his lightweight title.
John Jones has never sold pay-per-views, and one of the reasons he's never sold pay-per-views is because he's rarely in fights where people think he has a shot at losing. And live odds have Usman Nurmagomedov minus 1,300 right now. Either I forgot how to judge fights, or these odds are way off. Plus 650 on Shabliy. I would put money down right now on Shabliy. Good left hand from Shabliy. Like, seriously, Billy, if you can bet, put money on Shabliy. Put $100 down. 6-1 right now. Good jab to the body from Usman. Inside leg kick from Shabliy. I mean, maybe the judges aren't seeing it the same way I am, but I have Shabliy up 2-1. Also, odds makers aren't judges. Good inside leg kick there from Usman. And side kick to the body blocked by Shabliy. Oh, there's a left hook and a right hand from Shabliy. He caught Usman there bad. Oh, flying knee from Shabliy! And Nurmagomedov is hurt badly. That was a... What happened? I thought that was a knee. Nurmagomedov turned his back. Oh, Bellator production by a mile. Oh, okay. Shabliy pushed away and poked his hands into the eyes of Nurmagomedov. That was an accident, but he was pushing him away. He was pushing away in the air. All right, so good stoppage. Shabliy felt it. Man, I thought he was going to finish him there. And Nurmagomedov, he's going to need some time. That's an aggressive, that's a flying, pushing off eye poke. Mike Beltran just told him, one more eye poke, and I'm going to take away a point. I believe that was his first eye poke of the fight, though, so I'm a little confused as to Mike Beltran's instructions. Since when are we taking away points for 2 incidental eye pokes? Good exchange of leg kicks. And Nurmagomedov goes up for the head kick block from Shabliy. All right, 3 minutes left in the round now after being stopped for the eye poke. Oh, beautiful left uppercut from Shabliy. What a counter. He is just playing a high level chess game with Nurmagomedov and winning most of these exchanges. He's still a 7-1 fucking underdog right now on the live odds. Billy, you're in here? Oh, dude, put some fucking money on Alexandr Shabliy. Now. Like now, dude. Oh, good right hand there for Nurmagomedov. Oh, good body kick for Nurmagomedov, and Shabliy answers. Good straight right there for Nurmagomedov. Oh, good body kick there from Usman. Oh, a flying knee from Usman. It's hard to tell what landed because of the angle. Of course, right after I say bet on him, Usman's probably going to finish the fight. Now Nurmagomedov on top. Nurmagomedov's corner going nuts right now. This is the best position Usman's been in this fight. Nice little elbow here for Nurmagomedov. Shabliy's got a minute to get out of this or survive. And Nurmagomedov working an arm triangle. He's got his arm behind the head of Shabliy. No, Shabliy's out. "40 seconds left here in the fourth. Both corners are going nuts right now. I know what you're talking about, Wyatt, with Nurmagomedov's corner. Like, they're all screaming. You got two guys over there screaming nonstop. Oh, and Shabliy goes for a heel hook, but Nurmagomedov spins and gets back on top. But this was a big moment for Nurmagomedov because I think he was close to going down 3-1. And Shabliy's back to his feet. But Nurmagomedov's going to take that round. All right, guys. Championship bout going into the fifth. I have this 2 rounds apiece. 38-38 going into the fifth. And let's see the replay here. He goes for the guillotine. Wow, it looked like he might have had it. They lost the angle there. I was trying to follow it, but they lost the angle at the time, so I couldn't see what was going on. Pulled the fight on the bet side. Oh, God, did ref take over? Really? They haven't pulled it on DraftKings? Shabliy's a 16-1 underdog. 16-1. I got this 2 rounds apiece. Now, Nurmagomedov maybe started to turn a corner that round. Can you go on DraftKings, Billy? All right, 16-1. Whoever's out there, you might be betting 16-1 on a tie fight right now. How much does Shabliy have left? Good body kick there from Shabliy. Nurmagomedov back to southpaw. That is where Shabliy had so much success with the straight right. Side kick to the body lands for Usman. No, it's 16-1. It's not an error. Look on your screen. It says plus 1,000 live odds for Bellator. I'm telling you, it's 16-1. Put down 100 for me, please. If you can get anything in, put down 100 for me. Take it off what I want you. Both guys very hesitant to engage right now. Left hand lands for Shabliy. Nurmagomedov tried to spin and got out of sorts. Shabliy catches that kick of Nurmagomedov. Oh, big left hook for Shabliy. Nurmagomedov shoots the takedown. Can't get it. Nurmagomedov looked wobbly there. I think he misstepped there because I didn't see him get hit with anything. Shabliy's a 20-1 underdog right now. 25 to 1 plus 2,500. And good right hand for Shabliy, left hand for Nurmagomedov. I'm about to go insane right now that I can't bet on this fight. It just switched to 30-1. I'm going to record this just in case nobody believes me. God damn it. All right, guys. I don't know who's going to win this fight, but I was telling you how big of an underdog Shabliy is right now. Plus 3,000. Look at it right there. 30-1. That's our live odds. Good inside leg kick there from Shabliy. 145 left in this fight. I feel like this is anybody's fight, whoever wins this round. This could break live betting forever if Shabliy wins this. And they exchange leg kicks. 120 left in this fight. All right, guys, you see it 30-1 odds, and I'm showing you 115 left in the fight. Good outside leg kick from Shabliy. And Khabib goes for a takedown. Can't get it again. 1 minute left. There's a big left hand from Shabliy. Is Alexandr Shabliy on the cusp of winning a championship? I'm about to shoot myself in the head that I can't bet on this damn fight right now. I'll tell you guys. Well, I better not say that on YouTube, but I'm extremely frustrated. Again, I'm just listening, so I don't know. 31. Maybe Bellator is available in Colorado. DraftKings doesn't have it either. You got to go under MMA, and then it should say like UFC, Bellator. Maybe I'm just not scoring this fight well. That's possible. It's hard to score close fights sometimes when you're commentating. Body kick from Shabliy, big right hand from Alexandr Shabliy, and there's knees to the body to end this. A left hook from Usman at the bell. Well, fuck. I might be fucking done with betting that I couldn't jump on that. Now I hope Usman wins. All right, 61 watching. Make sure and hit that like and subscribe button. Guys, we're not going anywhere. Might be a bit frustrated. I can't bet on this, but it is extremely difficult to judge a close fight while you're commentating, though. So I could be wrong. But, okay, final scorecard. $48-47, Alexandr Shabliy. I have a new champion. Is anybody else scoring this? Where's Rob at? Search MMA and only UFC 306 comes up on all sites. Hit the like button. No, and it definitely didn't get hacked because they were showing the odds at the top left-hand corner of the screen. You can go back and watch it on HBO. Dude, I feel like I'm in like an alternate universe right now. Unless I just scored the fight poorly, which is possible. All right. Did anybody else score this? Let me know how you scored it, or who you scored it for if you did. I think most people might be listening tonight. All right, guys. Next Saturday, UFC Noche. I get 66 people in it. Get mad more often. Bring the energy, baby. Well, 66 people, that's awesome, but I still really fucking wish I could have bet on this fight. No eyes, so I'm clueless, James. Oh, man.
Alexandr Shabliy faced third test for Usman Nurmagomedov, but one that, barring any surprises, he appears to have passed to defend his title with Khabib
All right, commentators seem to think that he won the fight.
from the corner.
I'd like to look at the stat. Okay, total strikes are in favor of Usman by a pretty good amount, and you know a lot of it's the leg strikes. That's the difference, is the leg strikes. So maybe I screwed that one up. I am Wyatt. Thank you. What fight did I just watch? All right. I swear I can usually judge fights, guys, but apparently not this one. 50-45 Usman on one, 49-46 on the other two. So makes me feel a little better. So it's all the drama surrounding the next week's event. So UFC 306 is not sold out. Yeah, I finally called one right tonight. Hey, good call, Phil. Hey, you guys all called it right, so that's another good pick there. And I have rarely been so happy to be wrong. 66 up in the chat. Make sure and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. We're not going anywhere. We'll be here for Dana White Contender Series on Tuesday. We'll be here for football tomorrow. Double stream, 2 channels, Broncos, Denver Broncos, Seattle Seahawks. Hell yeah, so that fight sounded much closer. I thought it was, but apparently I ignored leg kicks today.
I think Usman is right now one of the best lightweight in the world. You know, I was before, now was our brother Islam, and Usman is next. And you know, this is dynasty.
Well, Usman had a hell of a challenge tonight, and for him to come out with a victory like that, he's a stud. The Seahawks look good in the preseason, Mike. So-so. I don't think we're going to be very good this year. I'd say we'll probably go 7-9, maybe 8-8. That's so unpredictable at this point of the season, though. All right, peace out, King James. Thank you, brother, for being here. Wyatt, resend trade offer. Website deleted before I could look into it. Sorry I got so excited and was pressuring you there, Billy. I feel bad now. Later, James. Yes, night, James. I hope everybody's here for football tomorrow. 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. It's cool. Not sure why it wasn't up there.
All 3-4 months, you know, and this fight I wanna как будет я посвящаю эту победу. I dedicate this fight for my uncle Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov.
Quick question about your future. Of course, AJ McKee, cage signed so many great 150.
Oh, I would love to see AJ McKee fight Nurmagomedov.
Look at this.
Model for
This is all eyes on this match. Raw to Dubai.
Laporta, but I sat Jacobs, so I'm using Waddle this week.
Give me this chance.
PFL should just shut down and just run Bellator events. Dude, you're right. Bellator was always the better promotion. Nobody ever promoted them.
In Dubai, AJ McKee doesn't mind the Middle East or fighting there.
Best fighters, best production.
Earlier this year.
HBO, I didn't think HBO was going to put up with that subpar PFL production.
Of that Nurmagomedov dynasty.
And I'm glad they're not. All right, guys, Dana White Contender Series, the next fights this Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's get some call-ins. Anybody wants to call in, though? We still got a decent crowd in here. You don't have to talk about anything in particular. Just call in and say, hey, I enjoy the fights. Enjoy chatting with you guys. You know, or you can talk about UFC Noche. It's up to you guys. All right, on picks, you guys moved to 45 and 34. Good job on that Nurmagomedov pick. All right, 425-791-8730. Let's look at what happened today. First, we'll go to the UFC card. We should have bonuses in. We'll go through the UFC card first, and then we'll take a quick trip through this Bellator card. And a big thank you to everybody that was here for both events today. Really appreciate it. Or is it they're going against the Canelo fight? I think that's a huge part of it. I don't know if they'd be sold out if it wasn't for the Canelo fight. Hard to say. Andre Petroski, the most active man in the UFC right now, defeats Dylan Budka. We'll do it quick through these other matches. Nathan Fletcher gets an impressive second round submission, the first fight of the night. Jacqueline Amara submits stripper turned fighter Vanessa Demopoulos. She's really been fighting a lot too, but she was a big underdog against Jacqueline. Got submitted. Gabriel Santos, unanimous decision over Yisa. Andre Lima winning a UD against Felipe Dos Santos. Isaac Dolgarian as the biggest favorite in UFC history. Takes almost to the third round to submit Brandon Morate. Chris Padilla pulls off the upset win over Rong Zhu. Rong Zhu was a minus 250 favorite. Remember, that was a doctor stoppage on that crazy tip of the elbow in the eyeball, in the eye socket. Just a wild moment there. Yanal Ashmaz defeats Trevor Peek in a fight where Trevor Peek couldn't game plan. Cody Durden beats the brakes off Matt Schnell, submits him in the second round. Matt Schnell retired. So, congratulations, Matt Schnell, on a very entertaining career. I hope you made a couple bucks along the way. Steve Garcia continues his finish streak. I believe that's 5 finishes in a row for him. My goodness, it would have been 3 upset wins in a row for Kyle Nelson, but the streak ends for him. Steve Garcia impressively knocks him out 359 in the first round, wins the first performance of the night bonus. Fight of the night went to the ladies. Jessica Andrade, Natalia Silva. I believe that is the correct decision. Natalia Silva looked like the next big thing in women's MMA. She was so fast. She made Jessica Andrade look like molasses tonight. And then, of course, Sean Brady dominating Gilbert Burns in a 5-round match. Most people thought Brady won every single round. Burns probably won at most 1 round. And that was it for our UFC match. Let's go through Bellator real quick here. We just watched this. Their prelims are not the same. Like a lot of times they're not even Bellator fighters. So I'm going to skip to the main card on this. Sorry guys, we went white for a minute. Their site froze. Here we go. So started out, of course, with Yancy Meideros, former UFC veteran, getting starched by Zhora Ayvazyan. He lasted the distance, but didn't really have very many good moments. Mackenzie Stiller, Sumiko Inaba. What a back and forth fight, and how horrible is Mackenzie Stiller's striking defense? Maybe the worst I've seen in a fight. She had some great throws along the way. Sumiko Inaba gets out of an impossible-looking armbar attempt to knock Mackenzie Stiller out in the second. Aaron Jeffery defeats Douglas Lima due to wrestle fucking a horrible game plan from Douglas Lima. Lorenz Larkin does what Lorenz Larkin does and drops another favorite. Lorenz Larkin was the underdog again tonight, but gets the knockout in 153. He is next at welterweight for a title shot. He will face Jason Jackson sometime in the near future. And then Usman Nurmagomedov defends his lightweight championship against Alexandr Shabliy by unanimous decision. And I proved that sometimes I cannot judge a fight, apparently. Oh, let's go one more, though. Let's go to next week's UFC. O'Malley and Vishvili. Not sure how much meat there is on the prelims, but I know the young Rossos Jr. is fighting against Arlen Ariquiling. I don't know, say that name from China. I shouldn't have even tried. Edgar Chairez versus Joshua Vaughn. Yasmin Uruguay versus Caitlin Souza. Manuel Torres, Ignacio Bahamendez. That should be a fun fight. Odds very close here, too. Irene Aldonta and Norma Dumont. I feel like these guys, ladies, fight each other all the time, but maybe they've never fought each other. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm constantly seeing cards where Aldana and Dumont are fighting each other, but they're probably fighting other people. Ronaldo Rodriguez against Ovid Osborne. Oh, that is a bit weak for to come out in the main card with. Old Osborne to anchor your pay-per-view, and then Daniel Zellhuber and Esteban Republics. I wouldn't put either one of these fights as the co-main on a fight night card. Your top 3 are very solid. Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez. You got 2 championships on the line. The third fight between Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. And then Sean O'Malley defending his belt against Merab Dvalishvili. I just feel like so many mistakes were made here. You only had 1 Mexican on the entire card until several cards fell apart. Some rescheduling. You got 1 more on there. 1 Mexican fighting Ortega and Lopez. I feel like they should really lean into that one too, by the way. Yeah, you got some Hispanic names on the prelims, but it's nothing special. I don't know, not the worst card, not the best card, just a weird card to have for a pay-per-view on Mexican Independence weekend in the Sphere. It's not that quality a card. I do think Seahawks and Broncos is an even matchup. Sorry, guys. They're my family's favorite team. Oh, wow, you missed the Peyton Manning years? Those were great. Watched the Broncos since the Tim Tebow season. Wow. Mike and I loved when the LOB made Peyton their bitch in the Super Bowl. All right, Wyatt, I'll have to answer on the computer here, so give me just a moment. If I don't answer in time, I'll call you back. There we go. What's up, Wyatt? How you doing?
I just stopped by to say hi.
Hey, let me know. Let us know how the volume is, guys. If you can hear him well or not. So, did you watch any? Did you watch any fights today?
Not a single one. I just listened to you.
Well, hey, thanks for being there. Apparently, I can't judge really close fights while I'm commentating, because I thought for sure like that was a toss-up fight.
I guess not. Yeah, we really need like Rob or somebody in there that was actually judging. But it looked like there was nobody that I could see in the comments. So.
Huh. Wyatt is an echo.
Isn't it
Okay.
crazy how bad the no-J card is? The Sphere card?
Yeah, until you get to those last 3 fights, it's horrible.
There's nothing on it.
Yeah.
And it's not like there's a whole bunch of Mexican fighters. There's some. But if it's just like going to be purely Mexican-based, they didn't do a fantastic job at that either.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just don't understand why you wouldn't stack the living shit out of this card that's so expensive to produce and all this stuff, and it's so talked up, and it should be hyped up, and then there's not shit to watch. Because, like, the co-main event is shit, really, for what it should be, and that's coming from the biggest Valentina fan in the whole fucking, and probably out of all, however many thousand of your subscribers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I still think it's a shit co-main event for this big of a card.
And Billy says, why isn't Rosas Jr. on main card? Yeah, I would have put him there over what they got. Daniel fucking Hellzuber? Like, who the fuck knows who that is?
I have a guess as to why that might have happened. Outside of the obvious, get people there early to see. If we remember, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, somebody correct me if I am wrong, but I believe it was his last fight was the Mexico City one where he didn't show up. Maybe he redid that one like a week later or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think this is supposed to be a big card, even though we're arguing it's not.
Yeah.
I think the pressure got to him for that one. Like, remember, he had to pull out like 10 minutes before.
You're right. I forgot about that. I think you're right. I think it is a stress thing. Which, fair. The dude's like 20 years old.
Totally. And so if that's an issue for him, at least at this point in his career, then having him open the card is a great alternative, in my opinion. I'm just guessing, but that's my guess as to why.
I think that's a good guess. Yeah, I think it's probably the most likely guess. I don't really have another reason.
Yeah. But that's also coming from this guy who like doesn't even really watch UFC anymore. So who the fuck?
I think people do underestimate how much anxiety affects fighters, though. I think Nate Diaz possibly choked against Jorge Masvidal. I'm not sure that fight's not close if it's fought somewhere else. But
the BMF title fight?
Yeah, the BMF title fight. There was so much anxiety about that week. It's one of the few fights I watched, like, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And, like, of course, Nick wasn't even fighting, and he was, like, in a constant anxiety attack. Like, you could see him. He could barely even stand. And the guy's always had bad anxiety. But Nate was pretty sketchy, too.
But, I mean, has there been a time in the last 15 years where Masvidal hasn't been in a lawsuit? Like, that guy must live in a constant state of stress because he's just maybe he just doesn't give a fuck. There's some people like that. There's people like that in the NFL, too, right?
Well, maybe it doesn't stress him out because he's like, I deal with lawsuits all the time. This is nothing.
Yeah, it's his thing. He must know some pretty good lawyers. He probably knows some thugs that threaten the other side to take deals. That's probably what he does.
Yeah. That's a good point. Billy just made a good point and says, but Dana wishes he could have got Brandon Moreno on the card. I would bet good money that he made him an offer.
Yep, I think so as well. And because I think last fight we saw Moreno and he one didn't perform well and two said he really needed some time off. So, but Dana gives zero fucks about that. He'd be like, yeah, well, I don't give a fuck. If you don't take this deal, then the next fight I'm gonna pay you $10. How's that? Brandon's probably like, okay.
Yeah, right. Well, I think Moreno is one of these guys, and I think he's not alone. A lot of them. I think there's a lot of guys that would, maybe not a lot, but I think he's one of them that would prefer to just stop fighting, but they're trying to find another way to make enough money to fill in that hole. I don't think Brandon Moreno really wants to fight for, much longer, if at all.
Yeah, I think we've kind of seen the change in him in that way as well, because he certainly seemed like a guy who wanted to fight, but I think, as you said, the fire might have been a direct consequence of his financial situation and his family and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think he's kind of tried, because he has his own gym in Vegas now. I don't know where his main residence is anymore, but he has gyms open. I think he's trying to make a living outside of it.
He's a super charismatic guy. I mean, he's very likable.
Yeah, it's the same issue as Demetrius Johnson, right? He's just too little.
Yeah.
To make a big splash in this industry is what I mean.
Yeah. No, you're probably right. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe he can make good money somewhere else, but maybe not what he's making.
Well, he might also be fed up at how much he is being paid in the UFC for how much, if he doesn't like it much. I thought it was the coolest thing ever to see Demetrius Johnson and that whole almost ceremony they had in the ring for him.
Yeah.
Because that guy went through it with Dana forever.
Yeah.
And always had a bad relationship. I'm not saying Brandon has a bad relationship, but what I am saying is that there's no way he's getting paid what he should be. If he was in boxing, because Moreno's a pretty damn good boxer, imagine how much money he would make.
Oh, yeah. He'd be making a ton. And if he was as good at boxing as he was at MMA, forget about it.
Yeah.
He's making hundreds of millions of dollars. But
yeah, kind of sad in a way. But.
Yeah. No, I also, with him, just real quick, I also look back to the Davison Figueiredo trilogy. I don't know how Figueiredo came out of that still a whole fighter, but I'm not sure Moreno did, even though he won the trilogy technically.
Which is also weird when you take into account that Figueiredo, probably as a result of cutting so much weight, he got dropped, I think, at least twice as many times as Moreno did. Anything that hit him, he was it looked like he got hit by fucking Ivan Drago. Yeah,
it makes me wonder, how fucking good would this guy have been if he wouldn't have cut weight for so long?
Yeah, and he's also, he's, as you're kind of hinting at, he's old now. Moreno, especially for 135, or not Moreno.
Figueiredo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 135 is a little better, but it's still, that's a young man's division for sure.
Definitely.
Oh, Billy just corrected me. They fought 4 times, Moreno and Figgy. Thank you.
True.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That sucks balls, though, man. To have to fight the same guy that many times? Because you're not making, I don't know. You make a bigger impact if it's all different people.
Yeah, well, I hope they both got good paydays for those fights, at least the last 3.
Yeah, probably not. Almost guaranteed not at all. They probably got $150,000 or some horse shit.
Oh, that would be horrible.
Well, but how much do you want to bet? I bet they both made less than $500,000 in each fight, for sure.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
it's probably ridiculously low, if I'm honest.
Yeah, because I don't know what the deal is with the pay-per-view points now. I don't know if anybody gets any now because all the money goes to ESPN.
Well, Mighty Mouse always talked about he was the only champion who didn't get any pay-per-view points because Dana refused to give it to the flyweight champ.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So
honestly, that's something he probably could have sued over because that's
some petty shit.
Well, and in the United States, that's a provable thing. It's okay, you were paying everyone except for this person just because he's little. That, honestly, that seems like a cut and dry lawsuit to me.
I don't think he'd make it work. I think Dana's too slick in those areas.
Well, I think UFC's probably got way too much money, too, but...
Yeah, well, that's the whole problem. They have so much money, they can't give any to this fucking guy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. We need more competitors. We need to... Bellator to tell people when they're having matches. Jeez, they didn't manage to take advantage of the UFC's off week, but amazingly they didn't schedule at the exact same time. So they're moving in the right direction.
I would love to see, like, however they do it. Maybe, like, because PFL owns Bellator, right?
Yeah.
Bellator now, right? Yeah. So have them join forces with one. I know they wouldn't do that, but have some, like, big competitor, and then, like, your whole channel could just be dedicated to the competitor. Fuck the UFC. Who cares about? Well, at least I don't give a fuck about that right now, personally. Like, I don't even watch tonight. And at least for the last 2 fights, I could have. I chose not to.
Yeah.
And I like, based off what people are saying in the chat as well, it seems like a lot of people are sharing my opinion. And I think we're all still big fans of the sport. We just like to see it, you know, done right. And it's not being done right in the UFC anymore. I've always not been a fan at all of Dana White anyway. So why don't we get something together and somewhere else and make some shit happen? Not us, because we're powerless in that situation, but you know what I mean? And you got lots of views for Bellator, because not as many people are doing that. It'd just be really cool to see them start to do really well. One of those two organizations.
Absolutely, because you have whatever you want to call it, Bellator or PFL. I know technically it's PFL, but God, their production is just god-awful.
They need to change their name and just adopt all the production that Bellator uses.
Well, I think that the reason is because they went to HBO. HBO was bought. HBO, the only thing HBO has for customers is quality, and they are
like
not
crazy high quality.
Yeah, they are not going to let you put out dog shit. Yeah,
like Bellator should PFL should be ashamed of themselves. It literally looks like high school students.
Like insanity. Yeah, like I said, if I didn't know better, I would say that somebody in the UFC was secretly working for PFL and sabotaging them.
Yeah, they're like, hey, cut your budget for the cameras by 95%, and we're going to make up for it by putting these nasty-ass goggles with a camera in them on the refs. How's that? That sounds good. Fuck. So stupid. Like, at least... I mean, this might sound stupid, but if you're going to do that, at least make it a decent camera. Do you ever see the footage they show of the ref's camera? It looks like it's filmed on, like, a flip phone.
Oh,
like, use a GoPro or something. Like, what the fuck is the point of these glasses other than to make everybody look ugly? Like, what?
Yeah, they have so many strange things that, like, they have gimmicks that are, like, almost cool. Like, at first you're like, oh, that's kind of cool. It shows you how fast punches and kicks go. And then you're like, oh, wow. Well, they don't go very fast, do they?
Well, also, how are they accurately measuring that?
I think they have to be just guessing.
It's probably all bullshit. They're probably using, like, the speed limit signs, you know, that measure how fast
yeah.
They probably use those or something.
It'd have to be something like, or maybe something in the camera. I don't know.
Like, anyway, the whole thing is a disaster. I think they should delete the name PFL, rebrand, and try again. Because that's tarnished for eternity, in my opinion. It's horrible. You're right, it's all gimmicks. Like, oh, look, we have Jake Paul. We have Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I've never once seen either one of those two guys fight in the PFL. And it's been how many years?
Because they never have.
Specifically for Jake Paul. Jake Paul's been part of this for how fucking long? 3 years?
Yeah.
Like, dude, great. What do you do? Oh, I stood in between Fahea and Ngannou. And Ngannou and Jake still haven't fought. So, or like in the PFL. I don't get it.
And I don't know where they're getting all their fucking money to lose, but...
That's what I mean, though. Like, just have some, like, intelligent people make an organization. But I think a lot of people just don't, like, still to this day, don't think there's money in it, right? Which is fair.
It's tough. Yeah, Billy says rename the company with one name, not PFL and Bellator. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Well, I like the Ryzen Pro promotions, like Bellator was doing, you know, the co-promotions with them. Now they could do that with PFL as well. And yeah, if they're able to talk with ONE FC without being complete douchebags. I don't know if you know about the PFL ONE FC fiasco.
No, not at all.
So they were talking about co-promotions, and basically PFL, according to Chaudhry and a lot of other people, PFL just started putting out a bunch of lies, being like, oh yeah, we tried to contact these guys and they didn't get back to us, and then just like lie after lie after lie. I mean, I don't know who to believe, but I'm going to believe one in Chaudhry before I believe PFL.
Yeah. And you've even been to PFL, so if anything, you'd be biased in the other direction.
Well, yeah, and I like Ray Sefo. I'm not sure how much in charge he is. Very cool dude. You know, willing to take time to take a picture with me and chat.
Totally. Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah.
So, give me your thoughts on Merab versus O'Malley, and then I'll share my opinion.
Oh yeah, I am curious to hear your opinion. I need to see Sean O'Malley's takedown defense more to believe that he can stay on his feet against Merab Dvalishvili. I just don't see how he got so much better. Maybe he did. I haven't seen enough of it. But Merab's such an incredible wrestler. Unless O'Malley knocks him out early, I just don't see how he can stay on his feet.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I mean, I do want to clarify that I'm not like, oh, O'Malley's definitely going to win. Yeah. I was just surprised, like both this stream and in prior ones, you seem quite confident in Merab. And for me, it's a fight where it's hard to be confident in either guy because both have blatant weaknesses.
Yeah, I'm going to have to really think about that and watch some tape, I guess.
Because, so for O'Malley, blatant weakness, like you said, wrestling, I don't think that's as big of a problem as people seem to think it is. I think he's a better wrestler than people understand.
Yeah.
And then in terms of cardio, well, everyone's fucked.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So,
well, let's not forget Sean O'Malley's he wasn't the most durable guy in MMA not that long ago. He was always getting injured.
True. Yeah. So there's that. But I mean, just the cardio in and of itself, like we saw the best he's ever performed cardiovascular wise in his last fight. However, it wasn't like amazing. It wasn't like a high-paced fight the whole time. It wasn't like 50 or 40, however many takedowns or whatever it was that Merab
Has anybody ever had cardio like Merab? I don't know.
Like that. Okay, first off, 0% chance that he's natural. I don't give a flying shit.
Agreed.
He could be born on the top of Mount Everest. Like, I don't care.
Agreed.
There's no way.
He's EPO, blood doping. Yeah.
He's on that Lance Armstrong diet right now. But either way, that's just what it is, so we're just going to take that into account for now. But the thing that people seem to have completely forgot about with Merab is he has absolutely no chin. You remember the fight? Point. Like he's been like in his early fights, he's dropped all the time. So
that's a good point.
Just because he hasn't been tested in that way lately doesn't mean it's not still there. And obviously, I think O'Malley's the best in that division at testing people's chin.
Yeah, he's definitely got power. He's very precise. It's funny they hate each other so much because I feel like him and Conor are kind of similar styles.
Dude, Conor hates everybody.
That's
Who
true.
does Conor like? Give me somebody Conor likes.
That's true.
So, yeah. So my opinion, it's close. They both have big advantages over each other. Who's going to game plan better? And if we go off who's going to game plan better, I'd lean O'Malley. Overall, it's still super close. I mean, if you include the staph infection, it gets closer. But, I mean, I would...
Yeah, he denies that, too. So I'm wondering what the... I mean, I guess, of course, he doesn't want the fight canceled.
Well, I think it's just in the past now. Like, he had staph, and he doesn't have it anymore. But, like, the marks and stuff are also there.
Yeah.
He's still on medication for it. Zero question about that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there was another guy that fought tonight that had bad staph on his back.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? But
yeah.
So, okay. I mean, my thoughts are simply that it's closer than you implied. At least for me.
Okay. I just want to bring something up on the screen. Just real quick, I want to bring up his Sherdog record. I'm not trying to change anybody's mind, but I'm just kind of trying to decide for myself, I guess.
Yeah.
So, Merab, what is that? 10 wins in a row. So, his last fights, Henry Cejudo was his last one. Before that, Petr Yan. Yan's got power, 5 rounds. Jose Aldo, knocked out Marlon Moraes, fought John Dodson in 2020, given John Dodson wasn't what he was. Could your chin get better? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty black and white to me. I mean,
Yeah.
is he gonna, like, to me, Merab absolutely, unquestionably has to push a pace. He's got to put himself in danger. If he gets hit, he gets hit. But his way to win is to just rush at him and keep doing it until he gasses him out.
Yeah.
So if he can use that game plan, not be afraid, which is a lot to ask of somebody, right? You're against the best striker in the division, a guy who's known for knocking people out, and you got to just be reckless. Like, I'm sorry, he's going to have to be reckless. There's no other way with the footwork and stuff of O'Malley. He has to be reckless.
Yeah.
So, and if he can do that and survive through 3 rounds, then I think he's got it. Because I think O'Malley's going to be absolutely toast. That's a lot to ask for. So
yeah. Billy says Connor loves Artem Lobov. I don't think he has a
not
while.
anymore, dude. He has a fucking lawsuit against him.
Yeah.
He hates him.
So I just brung up O'Malley real quick here too. I'm willing to say he's basically undefeated now. Whatever. He's better than Marlon Vera. 18-1, 12 knockouts, 1 submission, been knocked out once. Aljamain Sterling, that's a good wrestler. He knocked out Petr Yan, very good wrestler. So I mean, he has been tested, I guess, against some pretty good wrestlers. I would say Jan's the best.
Jan's the best of the wrestlers?
Well, best that he's fought recently. Oh, well, Cejudo would be the best, I guess. Obviously, yeah, I forgot Cejudo. But, no, he didn't fight Cejudo. Merab fought Cejudo.
Who are you talking about? You're talking about O'Malley?
I'm talking about O'Malley.
Okay.
Yeah, he fought Yan. Of course, he fought Aljamain, but Aljamain didn't really wrestle.
Yeah, but I was going to say, like, the best wrestler he's fought, without question, is Cejudo. But Cejudo has since revealed that he was pretty compromised going into that fight.
Yeah.
That his groin was completely pulled and he couldn't wrestle, like, whatever. And he's old, but, you know, we'll forget about that one for now. But he did shut down Sterling.
Yeah.
And Sterling, like, it's hard to argue this. Outside of a slight advantage in cardio, but Aljamain, I'm pretty sure since he met Merab, he's started his secret sauce cycles as well. Outside of a very slight advantage in cardio, Sterling's better than Merab at literally everything. Can you even debate that? He's definitely a better wrestler.
I still can't wrap my head around the fact that Sean O'Malley beat Aljamain Sterling, though. That fight still blows my mind.
Yep, same. I mean, I feel like I was as big on Sterling in that fight as you were on Adesanya in the Strickland fight.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't waste a bunch of money on it, but I was really big behind it.
Hey, I learned a valuable lesson that I would like to have learned without money. But
you bet you learned a valuable lesson, and then you put a bunch more money on him, and he lost again.
This is true. I'm done betting on. I'm done betting on Adesanya, though.
I'll believe it when I see it. We'll see when he fights again.
I don't know. Let's see, he goes to boxing or something. No.
Then you're gonna keep going.
Well, you know, if he's gonna fight Jake Paul or something.
Yeah, well, that should be pretty self-explanatory. Well, actually, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to predict Jake Paul fights in this day and age.
Dude, if Jake Paul beat Israel Adesanya like now, I would be so sad. I would be so sad for combat sports.
Dude, you'd be so sad because you'd lose like 40 grand on the fight.
That too. This is true. I'm like, honey, the money that was in the bank account, don't worry, it'll be back there in 2 days.
You go up, you're like, so we're moving.
Yeah.
Where? To our RV?
Yeah.
We're gonna rent out the house, but it's not actually renting. It's not even ours anymore.
All right,
anyway.
Hey man, well thanks for calling in. I think I'm gonna wind down for the night.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks everybody. Me, Wyatt, thanks everybody for tuning in for 2 cards, and I will see your fine asses soon. Soonest we'll be doing Seahawks versus Broncos tomorrow.